Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ashes Wednesday. If you haven't been following along, we've been streaming Ashes on Wednesday, wouldn't you know it? Last week, we built some new decks. I think you built Victoria, right?
I built Victoria and I loved it.
More than you expected.
I didn't think I would. I absolutely loved it, Zach. I
And
loved
then
it.
all of a sudden, it was in love.
I'm going to build it again.
I think she has that effect on people.
Yeah.
Just-
Well,
She
on
gets you. She gets you in.
Honest-
I see that illusion die every time, and I just picture John Cena.
I honestly think that it's also in no small part to the Reborn updates. Because I remember when I first kind of looked at the Victoria deck from 1.0, it was like, here's all this text and here's all these weird effects and copying stuff and whatnot. And I was like, not interested.
She was known to be like absurdly good in 1.0.
Yeah. Okay.
For what it's worth.
I love good characters.
Yeah. I mean, just overpowered.
But with everything being cleaned up, with it being more about reroll and kind of dice annoyance rather than dice control, let's say,
And consistency on your own side.
and a lot of consistency, I got way more into it. So now I want to actually tweak it and make it good, because it felt good. Like, it was the first time I played an Ashes deck where I thought I was going to do something. I tried to do it. I succeeded at doing it, and I won. Those things have never happened in sequence before.
All the green lights go
Never.
off, and Steven's got the dopamine
Those
hit.
have never
So,
happened. Yeah.
Wanted something, found it, and feeling good about it.
That's right.
So I, on the other hand, built an Odette deck that I thought was very streamlined and like good to go, and then got rolled by
Yes, you
Victoria.
did.
So that was fun. So what we're going to be doing today, if you haven't been paying attention at all, Plaid Hat's been posting new previews every Wednesday for the last several Wednesdays. They posted an article this morning featuring two updated Phoenixborn and the cards to go with that. So we're going to look at those. We also have some previews that they didn't show from the same expansions that are going to be upgraded in 1.5. If you really haven't been paying attention and for some reason you're here,
Where you been?
Don't know why, Ashes Reborn is the original version of Ashes. Ashes Rise of the Phoenixborn came out in 2015. Several years of releases, eventually went away, like a lot of these expandable games do. And then we partnered with Plaid Hat to bring this back through what we call the PvP model, player-driven production. Enough people are signed up for a subscription, it'll stay in development, it'll keep being released, and you won't be charged till a week or two before stuff comes out. You'll get charged, it'll show up. It's $29.95 once every 3 months once we get this ball rolling. Current estimates later this year is when that upgrade kit's coming out.
Now available from Ronco.
That's right. Set it and forget it.
These are the best fried chicken strips I've ever had.
That's right. So we're
It's
going
never
to
true.
look at the new cards, and then we're going to look at the decks that we built. I built Odette and Mayoni. Mayoni being one of my original favorite characters. Odette, just from the way she looks, which is awesome. One of my most recent favorite characters. I noticed, by the way, I hadn't really put them next to each other, but historically, the original version of Mayoni had a very small battlefield. And
I'm like one.
Odette has a spell board of 3. She had 3 battlefield originally.
Keeping it
Mayoni.
tight.
So I feel like I'm attracted to these characters that have one of these 2 stats as like super small, which I don't know why that is, but that is just how it's kind of gone.
It's easier. It's just easier to key off of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's the whole.
You
thing.
can't get distracted with all the craziness.
If you got like 8 and 8, it's like, well, I don't know. What do you do? Anything you want, and that's terrifying. I like Adam Haycock's comment here on Twitch. You see that? Don't know about Ashes. I'm here for the Crokinole.
So hey, Crokinole is on the stream schedule. It will be happening. Stay tuned. I promised. A little insider baseball here. A couple weeks ago, I was streaming Ashes when Steven was gone. I was doing some deck building, and all of a sudden, hundreds of people randomly got dumped from. It kept being hundreds and hundreds more people from a Crokinole video to our video, and they were like, "What's this? I was here for the Crokinole," and I promised them that eventually we would stream Crokinole, so that'll be happening. Ben, hilarious, saying, "Wait, what's Ashes? Why am I here? What are all you people doing in my living room?"
Yeah, we got a cool text from Ben. Actually, I think it was you, Ben, that texted me with the full setup with us on the TV.
Oh, really?
And a nice animal asleep.
Speaking of that, we're
Bedside.
dipping our toe
Was that you,
into.
Ben?
We haven't really. I think it was Ben. We haven't really announced it yet. We're gonna get to that, but I'm gonna post for everyone watching
Said it
now.
out loud a lot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I haven't posted on social. We haven't emailed about it. It's not on the website. You can't find it anywhere.
You should work in
unless you're
marketing.
Okay. I feel like I do every day.
You do.
Anyways, I
Everybody
posted that
does.
number in the chat. It's a new platform we're exploring. We did a podcast earlier in the year about data and data collection and tools like the Facebook Pixel and Google Analytics and tracking and privacy and stuff. Short version is we're looking for alternative ways to communicate with you that aren't as controlled by questionable sources.
You mean
I don't even know if
the Zucker bot?
it's really, I mean, good or bad. How much of it's like ill intent and how much of it just is how it works. I get it. The algorithm on those things wants to show you things you want to see, but over time that filters down and down and down until the only thing you're seeing is like exactly what makes you feel nice about the world and not like an actual diverse perspective of what's going on. It's also a lot of noise.
It's too much
just
noise.
like
I'm out of all of it.
Every time I go to Facebook because I'm going to check something about the page, it's like, man, the feed is almost worthless to me now.
I'm
Like,
out of all of it.
I go to
man.
like a group. I'll go to a group and
Feels
interact,
amazing.
but the feed is just nothing to me.
Yeah.
So,
Don't do it.
anyways, if you want to
Check out
that,
Check out to check in.
you can text us and we'll respond, which will be cool.
We might respond.
When we feel-
Throw me under the bus here. I mean, we get 150 text messages. I got other things to do. You know, like I can't just be texting to work the whole
Oh,
time.
it was like so
At
we
least not to the audience.
a little more insider baseball. I do most of the like actual post to social. Same with the texting, like if we're just sending a message to everyone on the text list basically or a certain group, you can respond to like what games you play if you want to filter down into those communities. But I usually create the like post and then Steven responds to anyone that comments on it. But in this case, when you give people a number they can just text, it's funny because like I feel like
I'm scared.
it wasn't explicitly stated, but the onus, the burden is really on you more than it's on anyone else. Because I clicked over and it's like, oh, there's a lot of unread messages. Bye.
I realized also I responded to him on like 11 o'clock last night, and I was like, what am I doing? These are going to people's phones. Some people are probably asleep. It's like, why is this random text coming from some random number?
Oh, it's
called
Covenant. Uh-huh. Who's Covenant?
Who's
Huh?
Covenant? How long have you known her?
I was picturing someone on like the East Coast because you posted a message to me that was like 11 something. It's like, well, it's past midnight for East Coasters, but Californians are just now getting home for the evening.
Alex Becker, Steven sent me a reply last night, midnight my time. It was pretty funny. I was like, who's messaging me this late at night? It's just Steven, my good pal.
That's awesome.
Man, Josh Hogan, I feel like every time I watch one of these, the room gets less and less cluttered. There's a reason for that one. 2 months ago, you had a nice table against the wall. Now it's just abstract paintings back there. Not even abstract paintings. These are sound panels.
I mean, you could consider it abstract painting.
I've considered it many times.
It's the most abstract.
I used to draw. Did you guys ever draw those where you did triangles, squares, and circles and just layered them infinitely until the whole page was filled with shapes?
Like our first player token here from the Arcane token set?
Yeah, kind of.
Are we on the 2-camera shot already? Did we already go down? I think we started there.
Well, we shouldn't be.
No, maybe we're not.
It's weird. Now, yeah, the Roland was just a little bugged out.
I was confused for a second.
We did extensive testing on the quality last night. We upped our bits and upgraded our encodings and presets and kilohertz. We did the whole thing, and hopefully we have gotten the best product that we can. YouTube does all sorts of weird stuff to these streams, guys. It's insane. Like the coloring gets weird, the quality gets downscaled. So we're trying to find that perfect balance to make the picture as good as it can be. So hopefully it looks better than ever, and you can say all that 6 hours you spent yesterday testing 7,000 variables was worth it. But ultimately, it probably looks the exact same.
Or not. I'm
That's
curious what
basically what we're looking at.
Colby's saying excellent picture today.
Did you say that before I started talking?
I think he was saying it as you were talking. Adam's saying it looks very good on Twitch. Z says, yes, tech, mumbo, jumbo. Z's saying, and this is where I was getting at, he said, so abstract, it's not even there.
That's right. So, but hey, word on the street is, and we're making the word, and essentially the street in this case, so this is happening. We've got shelving that's going to go in here this week, Thursday?
Well, I don't know.
I've been dealing with builders a lot, so probably a year from now.
Unless it's literally me in control of everything about the process,
you
I am
can't say
unwilling to commit to anything.
So this is about where the shelving will be, about at our shoulders. And then we're going to put some stuff back there. I think we'll put some books back there, maybe some plants.
I was thinking
we're going to hang
get a nice
hang the sound panels.
turntable and put some vinyl records back there. Imagine we started the first 10 minutes where we stream with a vinyl session.
I feel like that would pigeonhole us into like the hipster gamers. Is that what we are? Whoops. Cat's out of the
I'm
bag.
just thinking like
I'm really drinking a derby right now.
I think the reason I wouldn't do it is that we couldn't really make use of it on stream because it's like we can't play music, copyrights and stuff.
Yeah. Some of the music I have we could play. It's old enough.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how not hipster
Now
this
we
is.
can be so hipster that not only do we have vinyls, but we have
It's
a
old, you wouldn't-
selected curation of old enough music that it's legal to play live.
You wouldn't get it. It's in the public domain. You wouldn't
Mike
get it.
says, in quotes, hipster gamers, kinda your demo.
Yeah, I guess that's true. We made it. Also,
Galactus, well.
Adam Haycock saying no board game Calyx. That's precisely what we're not doing. Tired of seeing that everywhere. If everything's like happening, like we don't play Magic. I mean, you think we're gonna have a board game Calyx? If it's cool, gosh, I'm saying so many hipster things. It's aggravating now. Let's not even do it. We got a French
basking in
press.
your hipsterness, yes.
Oh my gosh, I just try to do things well.
You're wearing plaid?
I know.
Is that plaid technically? It is,
This
right?
is technically plaid.
Plaid-ish?
flannel.
It's got
Yeah.
a third color, so I'm not sure. Isn't plaid normally 2 colors?
No,
Is it just the texture?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. This is like and then there's the tartan patterns from Scotland. You know the idea. I actually have one with a McFarlane as my clan. We have a tartan.
Ben Clabberton says, next thing you know, you'll be hosting Eurovision Song Contest parties.
I love Eurovision, and in fact, we have hosted it for the past 3 years at Jonathan's house. Shall we go to Ashes? I'm tired of being so predictable.
Matthew Nupp says, all you need now is a trucker hat and some craft beer.
I don't do the trucker. Well,
You do. It was last week.
it's not flat build. I don't do the flat build. I still.
Wait, is that considered trucker? It's a
Yeah.
flat bill?
Usually it has to be that flat, wide, like duck bill.
Apparently, I'm just the guy who doesn't know anything.
Also, craft beer, yeah, is cool. I don't know, like I like to try to do things well and in smaller amounts of things. So, you know, throw me under the bus for it. I don't care.
You ready to look at some previews?
I want to do one thing first. This has been driving me crazy ever since I got this comment.
Oh, your phone's on the screen. Beware.
Okay.
I can see it.
You can see a picture of my dog asleep on the bed today.
Appa. How is Appa?
Yeah. Appa's just great.
He's going to love living on that land.
We'll all love it if it happens.
I can't do that while I'm drinking.
Zero is 9. I think I saw you in the chat earlier. Said the following on the YouTube
That
channel.
is an objectively false statement.
For Steven. Didn't 0 is 9 say something?
No, I'm just
earlier?
saying 0 can't even be 9.
Oh, right. That is.
That's a clever name. I get it.
Is that from something?
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it probably is not.
I think it's from the comment on our YouTube channel.
For Steven, how about open memories? Using it to focus Shadowhound seems solid. I think your opening 5 was Seal, Hound, Spirit, Monk, Inversion. Replace Inversion for open since it's kind of MU, which is matchup dependent anyways. You could summon 3 units, Focus Hound, or Double Spirit or Monk, etc. So suggesting that I throw open memories in as my one of my 5 open 5. Search your deck for any card and draw it.
One of the key reasons, I think a lot of people see this card as I can basically grab anything I want, depending on what my opponent does.
Right.
But probably the top reason to play this card is to focus a spell on turn 1.
Yeah, because then you focus Shadowhound. That means you can get 2 creatures out first turn, and it also means that you're going to deal the damage on both of those summons. So that can really mess with your opponent's plans.
Now we're getting into next tier Ashes.
And then Ryushi17. Did we see Ryushi in the chat? Are you?
He's right there. Literally, that was
there
the
you
most
are.
recent comment.
Ryoshi followed by 0 is 9. Both people whose comments I'm reading here are in the chat right now, right next to each other. Just goes to show that we read the comments. We're not kidding around here.
And if you leave a comment, we might read it live.
Especially if you say Ryushi was brutal here from you.
Did he call you out?
Well, just
By the way, 0's9 said, screen name totally made up as a kid.
oh, very
I don't want
nice.
to tell you my screen name when I was a kid.
I'm still using the one I made up as a kid as well.
I did not.
Ryushi17 says, again, Steven is rolling far too heavy into conjurations. That idiot. He didn't say that.
That was the context you pulled from?
That's what I felt like. I felt very alarmed.
Text is a funny medium.
The power of a Phoenix Born having a spell board of 5 is to have ready spells that can assist in your strategy when your battlefield is full.
So instead of having 5 things you can summon, you have 2 things you can summon and 3 things you can do that other people can't.
That's something I hadn't considered, which is great. You can still activate the Summon Shadowhound for its focus triggers. Ready spells are the most powerful thing you can bring due to the repeating effect. That makes sense, right? You are losing a huge amount of power by filling up on summon spells. With the heavy control core you built, a spell like Abundance would be very good for you. Extra card draw helps you to draw into focusing your spells and closing your opponent out of the game once they're out of cards. I said good advice.
Where it's So it's a little unfair. You're getting a deck build with like hundreds of people. I feel like I'm being left in the cold here. Where's
I
the
send
critical
you-
commentary for me to get better?
I send you any comments that are about your builds.
Well, hey, I need some help.
Nobody says anything.
If you're listening
They
and you
don't-
have an idea, because I don't.
They seem to be more interested in what I'm
Ryuchi
up to.
17 says, "I'm so sorry. I'm a jerk. Sorry for backseating."
No.
You're not. You're fine.
No, backseating is what comments are for.
I thought this was a
front seating,
great
I'm
comment. Ben Clapperton saying, "I'm using the nickname my mother made up when I was a kid." That's good humor.
That's pretty funny.
Hi, Tim. And Tim. Other Tim showed up.
So obviously, my 5 spell word slots was butterfly monks and then all this stuff.
Wow.
You got to cut this.
That's a big. You had 5? You can do 5.
I can do 5.
I had nightmares about this card for every reason. Not only look at body inversion.
A body inversion nightmare is terrifying.
Creepy art. But then literally it was a singular. Yeah, it was in the stack, and you were like, I don't know about this, and then you put it in.
It's great.
And literally, it just nuked almost every card in my deck.
Yeah, well, you built a singularly focused deck that was about having bad stats.
It was about having a good stat. That is also why I'm excited to update all of my decks, because like if that happened last week and I could switch to Maoni and you weren't just silver bulleting me, that's the whole like meta thing.
The silver snakes with it.
Nah, because I get plus.
Is it plus both?
They didn't have printed attack. How does that even work?
It swaps to 0 and disappears.
That can't be true. Attack
Oh, I
X.
hope so.
X equals the number of status. That's inexhaustible. So they would have decent stats once they had some status tokens.
Yeah, I'd still take care of them. Can we do some previews?
Let's do it. First one up, we get.
Wait, are these the ones that they previewed and we previewed, or just them, or just
All
us?
I know is that Jonathan said, here's an alphabetical list of the previews from the article and us. So
Okay.
it's going to be
It'll be a mixed bag.
surprise,
Mixed bag.
you know, when it happens. Adrenaline rush. I'm going to let it pop. 'cause I can't see
Are
it.
you having it now? Oh, you're waiting for the.
I have an adrenaline rush. Can you feel it? There
Ooh,
it
it's
is.
the vampire stuff.
It is we got Herald, the updated Herald. But anyways, Adrenaline Rush, action spell, discard, side action, goat, or a horse, and a basic.
You got to kill something.
Deal a damage to a target unit you control. Remove an exhaustion token from that unit. So take a damage, unexhaust. That's an incredible card.
Incredible card, especially for silver snakes,
It's-
like you're talking about.
It's also good for like that living doll.
Mm.
Anything you need to like damage to do a thing, it's like, yeah, you get it.
That's going to be a really important effect in this game.
There it is. Comparatively, look at that. We heard a sound earlier. Robert/Ops was setting up a clock that you can hear. I thought it was the angels getting its wings from this very moment. I need a nice little triangle.
I have, again, these are the most hipster things you could possibly say. But
Once you called it out, it's just everywhere.
I have a set of those little meditation bells. Ding! You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you weren't in hipster territory, I think you are now. Not that I'm shocked necessarily.
No, you're not far behind, man. We just had to pull you up. You were living in the
From
dark
the
ages.
depths.
What's the next card?
Oh man. To be fair, I've always been into classic film.
Oh, that's
AKA
true.
Star Wars. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got
that's
him.
pretty
And
special.
classic books. Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Next is Angelic Rescue.
Okay. I've got
That
it.
was quick. Oh, they should know what's coming up though. They have the list.
Yeah, it's really smart.
All right, you got it.
Angelic
I don't
Rescue.
want to read that.
It's a reaction spell for a lion. And it says, you may play this spell after a unit you control is dealt damage by a spell ability or dice power an opponent controls. Something your opponent does. Prevent that damage from being received and then remove all wound tokens from that unit. Very cool. Angelic Rescue. So they try to do some shenanigans, everything that's not attacking, basically. So like, I'm going to use a spell to hurt your thing. You prevent the damage, and then you remove all wounds from that thing.
So it's even better because a lot of times you'll have a 4 or 5 health unit that has 1 left. You're gonna frog it.
Yeah.
I cancel the frog and heal.
Full heal.
Gross.
Because you set up those entire turns to ping here, ping there, and then do the kill. And yeah, so Angelic Rescue, good card, and it switched from wolf to lion.
It makes sense given that there's an angel.
Right. Yeah, and it had a lot more text actually. So another angel gets its wings on the Angelic Rescue. That would be ironic if it didn't.
Next up, we get the Celestial Knight.
This is a great.
Look at the 2 angels got their wings here.
Say no more.
One,
Look at that art.
What is this? What pack is this from?
This is Herald and the other one.
Did we just not even open that pack?
Symboli? Is it Symboli?
I don't know that I've seen that art.
I don't think I've ever seen this.
Crazy. I like that you can see more of the art too. Like her legs were covered up previously. Not anymore.
It's an ally.
Anyways, it's an ally. Action, Wolf, Angel, basic. Armored 1, after this unit is dealt damage, prevent one of it.
Ooh, this is the scout
A
right
3/3/2? That's just fundies.
A 3/3/2 that prevents one every time. That's a great ally. I love that ally.
And it's Wolf and Divine. So that's a very specific. You got to play the Illusion dice and the Divine dice. I like seeing that. I feel like I'm excited to get to the point where I know if I'm playing like Divine Ceremonial, like these are the cards that specifically this pairing really has that you just can't play without them.
It just lets you really be interesting in deck building.
William
So good.
wants to know, by the way, do you enjoy a vanilla chai latte?
I really don't. I actually don't.
You like chai tea though.
I like chai tea with Indian food, which is again one of the most hipster things to say. I'm sorry, like I can't.
So
I'm walking into my own traps here.
I feel like it's less like, there's like
With a nice masala, it's very delightful.
I don't think hipster is the right word though. It's whatever's between a hippie and a hipster.
I thought that was kind of the.
I don't know.
The
We talk,
Renaissance
you
man?
decide. Next up,
Millennial?
we get the Chained Creations. Look at that.
I love all the art having up. Angel not getting its wings here. We got a main action. Is that a main action?
It's a main action, yep. An angel and a
I
basic.
like how we just get to squint into where the audience's eyes.
You don't need to
here.
squint, actually. If you just lean in past the light, you can just clearly see it. But we're just getting closer to the camera. Anyways, you
Main
got it? You want
action,
me to read it?
Angel, basic.
Let's see if I can get it. Deal 2 damage to a target conjuration and opponent controls. If this destroys the conjuration after it is destroyed, place 1 exhaustion token on a ready spell that target opponent controls that has a printed effect that can place the conjuration onto the battlefield. So, like my Emperor Lion.
Right.
He's on the board. I can only have 1 on the board.
Right.
So I can't use it again while he's already out. So then if you get rid of that lion, you can use this to exhaust down the thing that will let me get another one.
Deals 2 to it, and then if it kills it, you get to focus that spell.
Yeah.
So that's going to be way more relevant in Ashes Reborn because we're seeing a lot more of these Battlefield 1 creatures or conjurations that come out.
Absolutely.
This is going to be, man, this game is going to be on fire, Zach.
Like,
The idea
there's
here,
a lot of Phoenix jokes there.
There's-
I mean,
yeah.
Ashes Reborn, etc.
that every one of these cards is just the potential is great. None of them come across and you're like, that's a dud. Like a lot of
They're
times
all playable.
I'm looking through cards.
Yeah, I definitely feel like that's what happens there. If you have 3 or 4 years of content and then you get to clearly see the things people are playing a lot and things people aren't playing,
You see what your game
if you
actually
make
does.
these a little not as good and you make these a little better, you're gonna make the curve of how good these cards are so tight. It's really cool to see, and they're cleaning up a bunch of stuff along the way. So 2 thumbs up. Next up,
Love it.
we get Consume Soul.
Ooh, I'll do this.
The artist formerly known as Dark Transformation.
Oh, that's right. Consume Soul, a reaction spell, discard 1 basic, and this is the signature for Herald. Right? Is that Herald down there?
Mm-hmm.
You may play this spell after a unit an opponent controls is destroyed as a result of an attack you control. So you attack one of their units, it dies. Or it blocks your attack and it dies. Remove 2 wound tokens and 1 exhaustion token from your Phoenixborn.
Wow.
So a 2 wound heal, and you get to block again, and you get to use the Herald ability again.
That's crazy.
I 100% want to know what his ability is. Do we have Herald? Can we go out
I
of order?
I need to see Herald.
Can we go out of order? Sorry, Bryce. Going out of order.
It's got to be there,
Yeah.
or this is all irrelevant. There he is.
Herald Westraven. So
he looks great here.
Side action exhaust, attach a Hunter's Mark alteration spell to a target unit.
So the signature card unexhausts him, which means you can get 2 of this Hunter's Mark.
Double Hunter's Mark. Well, that begs the question.
What's
does it
Hunter's
not?
Mark do?
What
Let's see it.
is the Hunter's Mark? Who's got it? Bryce is on it. Boop-pew. Okay.
I just want to point out the subtlety of this art is great.
When this unit receives damage, place twice the normal wound tokens on it. While it's a target of an attack, no guard may be declared. Oh my gosh.
He literally marks them.
Marks it, doubles the damage, kills something, unexhausts, heals 2 wounds, marks something again, double damage. Now this is cool.
I like that a lot.
It's all battlefield stuff. It's all fighting stuff. I like it. It's like the fun use of the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Instead of just,
just
what do you call the
muddling around?
the science or art of watching birds?
Birding.
No, there's a word for it. Right.
Aviantology.
There's a word. Is that the word?
It's gonna be
Aviary?
something avian.
No, there's a word for that like hobby.
Yeah, there is. It's like OPNOTH or something. It's weird. Bird opnanthopter. Anyway, that's not it.
Anyways,
but you get the
whatever it
idea.
is how I felt about at least my end of times in the original Ashes. Which
Yeah.
is just watching birds do
All
their
these
thing.
birds on the
Was less
board.
of a magic fight. Anyways, that's a great card. Herald's great, and the updates to Herald are also great. Let's look at Dark Reaping. Might be related. Might not be.
Dark Reaping.
Sounds related.
Hmm.
I'd say an angel got at least a wing.
It's one, dude. It went from main action 2 knives to side action 1 knife.
That's enough for a wing to happen.
Yeah.
Anyway, side action 1 knife. Destroy a unit you control to change 5 dice in your action pool to sides of your choice. So I like this a lot. So 1 die to change 5 dice to sides you want. As a side action, super important because otherwise you would just meditate. But most importantly, there are going to be decks, even my deck with a lion, it's like sometimes I need a way to get this thing off the table so that I can actively do the thing I want to do, like resummon the unit.
Also, for all of you deck builders out there that I would never like, not as people, but as, approaches to the game, this is a way to sacrifice your own units.
That's what I was saying.
But not just to unclog your battlefield, but to trigger effects that say when this unit's destroyed, this thing's going to happen. These people, you know how the deck building goes, right? It's like, well, there's this really powerful effect, but if my opponent never attacks it, it's never going to trigger. And so I trigger it myself, and then all hell breaks loose.
I mean, that is the way to make those reactive things way, way better.
I mean, I've done it, so I can't complain.
It was funny because I was thinking similarly, but it was like, I want to sacrifice my unit to be able to replay my unit to get the when I play this effect, not the when I sacrifice this effect.
What if there was a unit that had both?
It would be perfect.
Comes into play and does something, leaves play. There's a unit that does that.
I'm curious if there already is.
There must be.
And if not, there will be.
Yeah, I think I've actually seen them. Like, does one coming in and does one going out? Those kinds of things. Might be allies, though.
Yeah, I mean, a good example of this a little bit is the Guilders. Because their spell, when they come in, they do a damage. And when they leave, you get to place a status token. So, again, side action, you can drop your own Guilder. And then you could... Oh, it's not a signature good. I was thinking, is this a Herald? It has Herald on it. It's not a Herald card. Put the status token, and then you could actively do something with it, and then you could bring back the Guilder if you... Because you can only have a couple of those things.
Is it just 2 now?
I think it's 2.
Yeah.
That's right. Let me just look.
These are good ideas.
Yeah, it is 2. So I could quickly see you being like, I need to get rid of one of these mice to bring in the other one. It's just how it's going to be.
A mouse for a mouse.
I've lived my entire life. What do you say?
What was that? Steinbeck? Of Mice and Men.
Yeah, there you go. Next, we get Gates Thrown Open. This is a lot of content.
Ooh, look at that. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
7 angels here. Side action, Mask. Remove 1 exhaustion token from a ready spell in each of your spell board slots. Remove 1 exhaustion token from all your spells?
Yeah.
Ready spells. That doesn't mean they're unexhausted. Ready spell is literally a type of spell. Ready spell, ready spell, ready spell. All of these summons. Body inversion, ready spell. Can you imagine? This is crazy. A side action and a mask. I have to run this.
That's really awesome. Can you have 2 or 3 spells that you've used and you want to use again? Here we go.
For 1 die and a side
Or
action?
if your opponent exhausts them down, like you were doing to me.
This is a way. That's really good. Huh.
2 thumbs up. It looks great too.
Yeah, I love that.
I don't even know what's going on there, but it's crazy.
Gates are thrown open.
Yeah. He doesn't look like a good guy.
Well, it's just it's got that weird cosmic, who knows what's going on there. If alignment even matters anymore. Up there in the stars.
Perhaps it doesn't. All right. We already looked at Herald. Let's look at it. I'm excited about this. Law of Grace. I need those laws for a debt.
Another law.
Give me a good one. Action, Angel. An Angel, there's a less text here.
Yeah, it's better.
When this spell comes, it's a classic. So it's got the it leaves play, the fleeting thing, and you can't be discarded. That's the inexhaustible ability. When this spell comes into play, remove a wound token from your Phoenixborn. After a Phoenixborn is dealt damage by a spell or ability, prevent 1 damage from being received.
Interesting. So save your bacon, basically.
I like that.
You probably have 1.
Yeah, if you're playing against anyone that's doing like direct damage stuff, this is like super good. Because again, I think most games are going to be around 3 turns, 4 turns max.
Mm-hmm.
One turn where they just can't do damage to your Phoenixborn like that
Yeah.
could be significant, particularly turn 3. Like going into like end game, it's like you can't do anything about it.
Because you're gonna get the lion, search it out, play it on that last turn, and that's probably gonna be enough to turn the tide.
I mean, I can also see a deck where you run 3 Law of Grace, and it's literally every round I'm trying to make it where you can't do direct damage to
Just
me.
can't damage me very well.
This would be very frustrating against me because the kind of cards I like to play.
And then against certain Phoenixborn, isn't there? There's probably some Phoenixborn that we're gonna run strategies that are basically like do 1 damage to the opposing Phoenixborn in small packages. Isn't there? Is that what the Living Doll does, or one of those things?
There's all sorts of reactions and triggers that do one or 2 to the Phoenixborn directly.
Yeah.
Off the table. Are you? I think I lost YouTube chat. They were
Oh,
very
I think I
active,
did.
and then they just weren't saying anything.
Well, who knows? We could be not even streaming right now.
Well, I'm just gonna
Talking to the ether.
hop on over.
We'll see if you guys are on. Oh, I did lose it. Yeah, we lost it on the. It says error.
Yep. I'm just
Sorry,
gonna actually
YouTube.
pull up YouTube.
We can't see you guys.
I was like, man, I feel like no one's giving any commentary, which is surprising because there's a lot of stuff to say about these.
Now's your chance, Twitch. This is your chance. You got all the spotlight. Twitch and Facebook. Let's go.
I still have no idea why it does that randomly.
I don't know that Restream actually is. I think they got a little bit more than they can chew here.
Oh man, look at all these great comments.
We're back, baby.
Rayushi's saying Flash
good
Archer.
idea.
Yeah, absolutely. Brett says they can't see us. We'll literally do whatever we want.
Oh, you shouldn't have told them. Then we would have seen what
Can I
kind
see
of
the
things
Flash
would happen.
Archer? This is the like. Oh yeah, when it enters play, you do a damage, right? And you leaves play, you can do stuff.
I think it probably does the damage as well. It's a double shot 1. Deal the damage to target Phoenixborn, then you may deal the damage to a target unit. That's not right. That could be the old one too. Or no, I think that's the new one. I think the old one did damage when it came in. So
There's the Fire Archer. There's one of them does 1 when it comes in.
Yeah. There's the Fire Archer. Yeah, when this unit comes into play, you may deal 1 to a target Phoenixborn.
Yeah.
Look at that. Just a little 1 cost.
He's
Nothing.
He's a little.
Just 1
pinger.
cost. Just come on in and take a shot.
All right, next up we get Master Vampire.
I'm excited about this one. Ooh.
Yeah, I remember this card.
Much
Again,
better.
I just love seeing more art. Look at that. You can just tell.
Yep.
And a Dark Angel gets his wings.
That's one of the biggest, actually, benefits. You're right. Main action, Goat, music, and a basic here. It cannot be guarded against, so it's got this stock ability. So it's a vampire, right? It's going to get where it needs to get. And life drain 1, after it destroys a unit an opponent controls by attacking, you may remove a wound from your Phoenixborn. 3 attack, 4 life, recover 2. This is a great unit. So imagining this as you might with Herald, I don't think anybody's surprised that this is what we're thinking of. You have Herald, you mark the thing, you do the special remove 2 wounds when you destroy a unit, and then this thing when it destroys a unit removes 1 wound from a Phoenixborn. So you're healing as you're killing things. I mean, it's a tale as old as time.
It doesn't get more vampiric than that.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's about.
Yeah, 2 thumbs up. That's a solid. And I mean, 3 cost is pricey.
It is pricey.
And you got to play the music ceremony.
But it's a 3/4. That 4 life is everything.
Yeah.
Because like so much is attacking on 3. 4 life is big.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Chat's back, by the way, which I'm happy about.
I'm back.
Someone saying I should look at resummon with a lion or fire archer. So I think the problem I had was resummon wasn't updated yet. And I believe it was listed on things that were going to get updated. I'm going to see if we can pull up resummon. Because I like this card a lot. Yeah, it's an action, exhaust, ceremonial, and a mask. Destroy a conjuration, place that conjuration onto the battlefield. So it lets you immediately get the play effect. But I'm pretty sure that's changing. Spoiler alert.
You think so? It's got the gold border. That means it's new.
What?
Yeah, that's it. It's changed.
Do we have the old one? Let's see. I'm just really putting pressure on production.
I don't even know if we have that in the database. We probably cleared it out because who wouldn't want to see the old version of a new card?
Well, they usually have the double. What if we can see them both?
I don't think we have that.
Well,
It's
that's
new.
a great card.
I guarantee you it's new because it's gold.
I do like it. Next up, we have Purify.
Purify.
Oh, that's a ready spell too, so you can do it over and over.
What? Man, look.
That looks like Netrunner.
Used to be Veil of Reversal. Now it's turning into Purify. Look at that.
Oh, this is Symbolic Signature. Also, look at how many angels get their wings. Choose a target ally you control and place it into your hand. If you do, destroy a target conjuration on opponent controls. That's so good. If you have an ally, like even the Fire Archer earlier,
or Fire Archer, yeah.
it's like any into play effect. Me bouncing, you getting rid of a unit, and me being able to play that unit again.
This is great. Wow, what a great signature.
Let's
For
see
one
what
basic.
I need to see symbolic.
That's a incredible for one basic.
That art is also fantastic. Angel getting its wings. All right, battlefield stays the same. 19 health stays the same. Spellboard goes up a little bit to 4, which is nice. And it has gift of wings. Literally. Action, side action, exhaust, 2 basics. Remove all exhausted tokens from a target ally you control. It cannot be guarded against for the remainder of the turn.
She's just awesome with allies. Wow. Man.
Also, yeah,
they're all so good. That's what they've done. That's what they changed.
Yeah.
All of them are great and playable.
Weird. Like I said, I think if you had a range, right? If the average power level from like 1 to 10, or if the really good cards are 9s and the bad cards are 2s, even if you can get it down to like 4 to 6 on everything,
wow,
that's a really, really strong. Oh, there's the old Bring Forth. It's the new Resummon.
Right
Resummon's way better.
Yeah, much better. Wow, that's great. Man, that is absolutely great. I like all of them.
Yeah,
I want to play them all.
2 thumbs up. And we're down to the last couple.
What do you got?
Spectral Assassin.
No way.
Aren't you excited about that name?
Ooh, this is a cool unit. I've never seen this before.
He reminds me of some character from like Dragon Ball Z. Remember those little green things? Those Cybermen or something like that?
Yeah, that rings a lot of bells.
Or something like that.
Rings a lot of bells. Let's look at it. Spectral Assassin, Conjuration. Throw it on the battlefield. It's a 2/1/0. You can only have 1 on the battlefield at any time. Sneaky Strike. When this unit is declared as an attacker, opponents may not play reaction spells for the remainder of the turn. Attack with it, no reactions. Get him out of here.
So he just shuts you down.
It's another one that has that 1. It goes from 3 on the battlefield to 1. We're seeing a ton of this.
Yeah.
It's opening everything up.
I like that. Hey, we had a question coming through that's worth answering. James Bacon says, is the subscription still available at the Covenant site?
Still available. In fact, the site revolves around this subscription's availability.
I'm going to link to it. Make your life a little easier.
Can you find it? It should be readily available, yeah. Anywhere
in the chat. There's a link.
Sold.
Or you can search Ashes Reborn subscription. You'll probably find it.
Yeah, Namex. Or Saberman, as William Ellis says there.
There it is. Saberman. They kind of look named, but they look like the Sabermen. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Google it for me. Saberman. Oh, that's exactly what they look like.
That's what I was saying. They look like Sabermen.
Wow, like on the nose. That's got to be inspired by, right?
Yeah, they have the little like cape looking thing, which is a little bit like Piccolo, but that looks like a Saberman.
That's
I was
great.
not wrong.
Yeah, somebody should have told me that.
I'm glad I was on it. All right, then we get Transmute Magic.
I like transmuting magic as an idea. So what do we got? We got a side action. We got a music note.
It's cheaper.
We got away from the X basic stuff.
X as a variable in card games is something that I appreciate, but also like you have to be careful with that.
Yeah, and you have to be careful in algebra too. You got to do your right order of operations there. But X, swap any number of dice in your exhausted pool with an equal number of dice in your active pool, placing them on a side of your choice. Change 1 die in each target player's active pool to a side of your choice. That's insane.
That's an insane card.
Well,
so it doesn't get you dice back.
Yeah, it's not that insane.
But like the ability to swap means that like let's say you use your 4 illusion dice and you have a handful of illusion stuff.
Right.
Now you can do a double power turn of illusion. You also, just the consistency of getting to put them all on sides of your choice and also switch one of your opponent's dice and also switch one of your dice to sides of your choice. That's got enough of an effect that it's worth not just meditating.
Yeah, I'm with it. You got to lose a die. You actually net 1 die less.
Yeah, but that's fun.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
And, you know, some games you might want to get those 2 frog dice back in so you can do some final damage.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, you happen to get 2 of your, like, divine spells in your hand that you really need to be able to play.
Yeah.
It also can surprise your opponent. It's a side action. So you flip into, like, max results immediately. And it's like, if I have no ceremonial dice left, you might be like, there's no way he can play this card. And then all of a sudden it's like, bam, 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 I'm playing that card. Yeah. You got it.
I'm doomed.
Vampire Bat Swarm, last card.
Ooh. I like the bats. You
I'm
gonna
gonna-
read that, boy?
That boy, look at the cost. That's conjuration, no cost. I was like, where's the cost at? Put it in the T.
All this hacking is making me tired.
Oh, man.
Where's my tab? Group Tactics 1. After you declare 3 or more attackers, you may add 1 to this unit's attack value for the remainder of the turn. Makes sense. So you attack with 3 or more, it gets stronger. Swarm, when it's destroyed, spend a knife or a music note to place this unit onto your battlefield.
They just keep coming.
2-1, yeah, hard to deal with. So as long as you have one of those dice, you literally cannot get rid of the swarm. It just
That's
keeps
so
coming back.
funny.
That's really good, right? And it comes back unexhausted.
It's so good.
It just sits there.
You
can't
swing
do-
for 2. It's like, well, if you block it and kill me, I'll pay 1 and put it back in.
And you can have 3 of these. That itself is a deck right there.
Well, you just need 1. Every time they kill it, you just pay 1.
But you can swing with 3 of them all at once. They all get +1 attack.
Yeah.
Any of them that you destroy, you
Also,
just bring them back in.
3 of them are out, that's gonna be really annoying.
Oh, it's so annoying. In fact, it's
You
like
can't kill
an
'em.
entire deck idea
Yeah.
right here. We've already done it.
Huh. That's crazy.
Is that all of our?
That's it,
all of our
man.
stuff for
We
today?
made it to the end.
Do we have these proxies physically?
No. Remember, like
So
a
we'll
week,
never see them again.
week and a half ago, I was like, "Hey, give me a list of all the things you need printed. I'll print them."
I got you a list. It's in Dropbox.
I'll show you a list.
I'll show you a list, buddy.
They're not printed. None of these are printed, but we can get them printed.
We'll have them for next week, I reckon. Why don't we do? I got to build this Victoria deck better.
Okay, I'm gonna
Are you into
start.
that?
I'm gonna start with Odette as well. You want to just look at Victoria?
Yeah. Let me change the. I need to turn this a little bit. Get it recentered. Does that look, that's about right. That's about right. It'll bother me a little bit, but it's about right. Okay.
We're going down.
We're going into it.
Looking at
So
Victoria.
this is my 4 slots. I cut the Butterfly Monk. I'm looking for a 5th slot. Now, we need to actually ask what's worth continuing to play.
You want me to? You need to take that?
You played against it. What's that? This?
Yeah, you're buzzing.
Oh, technically.
I'm gonna sort your deck and talk about it.
I got Windows to deal with. Hello, it's Steven.
For those who haven't been following along the journey, Steven's bought some land, technically with his brother out in the country, and is working on building fabricating a home and getting everything set up for that, running power and whatnot. So he's got calls happening all the time from all sorts of people. Legnock saying, it seems like the Herald deck will be much more aggressive than before. That's sweet. Yeah, it looks good. I'm excited about that. The more I learn about the whole vampire theme, the more into it I get. How does everyone feel about vampires out there? I couldn't be into that stuff as a kid, so I'm...
Did you watch True Blood?
No.
I didn't either. It's gross. Vampires are gross.
I thought you did watch.
I
What?
don't like blood.
Did you watch...
Windows and doors already, by the way.
Nice, congratulations.
Yeah.
One
More
thing
money.
after another. Did you watch Twilight?
I did watch the first movie.
How was it? I've heard the books were way better.
It's fine. You know, it's exactly what you've expected to be. Exactly.
Young adult vampires?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know,
but-
that's a little, you're there for a lot of reasons, and many of them are not vampires.
For people that weren't with us last week, what's the thesis of this deck?
So the thesis of this deck, you look at Victoria's ability, reroll up to 4 dice in target opponent's active pool, reroll an equal number in your active pool. So we're already on the path of like, your dice are worse than mine, my dice are better. You're gonna have to waste a lot more time meditating, time during the turn meditating, and then time over the long game meditating, getting rid of cards. So eventually, I might be able to run you out of deck, at which point I should be able to just seal up the game by continuing to make you have bad dice that you can't meditate to good dice. That's kind of the original idea. So on that theme, we have Call Upon the Realms, which is just me making my dice better for free, which is going to help me switch my illusion dice up to wolves, which are going to switch your dice down to nonsense. We have Copycat, which is just my signature. There's nothing particularly special about that. It's just nice to have. Always a good spell. We've also got the Summon Shadow Spirit, which is kind of playing to this idea.
Mm-hmm.
Which the Shadow Spirits are interesting. If you get a lot of them out, they're devastating. But they're 2/1s, and when you declare it as an attacker, you can lower a die in an opponent's active pool. And
Just putting pressure on the dice still.
so this would be like putting pressure on the dice idea. And then we also have Seal, which is literally just annoying. And it was very annoying during that game.
It was obnoxiously annoying. What's it do? It like locks down my spell, right?
Choose a ready spell on the target player's spell board, place an exhaustion token on every copy of it. So basically, hey, here's a turn. You wasted all this time getting the dice where you needed them, but now I'm going to basically make your spells not work. So that's kind of the annoyance suite that I'm dealing with on Victoria. And then as far as the actual spell board, I'm looking at Shadow Hounds. I love Shadow Hounds just as conjurations. This is probably my big creature, my big conjuration that I do. It has 2 focus abilities, and it's just damage. So focus 1, deal a damage. Focus 2, deal a damage. So it's the ability to kind of knock out these small units, which is really helpful over the course of the game. And then it can't be guarded against, and it can't be targeted by all sorts of nonsense, attacks, spells, abilities, dice powers. So it's pretty safe, and it does a 3/1. And on weird turns, like where, you know, I need to go swing into something that's going to do a lot of damage but is weak, I can body invert it, make it a 3 life, 1 attack, go hit something that swings for 2, get the job done, etc.
Yep.
So there's that. Then we've got 2 shadows. This is just if you have a unit that's too big that I can't like ping it with all these damage effects, I'm just going to discard it.
Annoying.
Get it?
My snakes don't like it.
It works pretty well with Change Psyche, which is also in my pool. Remove an exhaustion from a target unit or place 1 on a target unit. So I can exhaust your unit and then discard it. Yeah.
Change literally, you can just side action, gone.
Change Psyche to Shadows. Then moving on the kind of direct damage suite, we've got the Mist Typhoon, which does 1 to all of the opponent's units. We've also got Summon False Demon. And these false demons come into play and do a damage to a target exhausted unit. So it's just more kind of cleanup. And then Massive Growth for kind of the end game, the big swing. Whenever you 4/4, you can throw that onto like a Shadow Hound or a False Demon, whatever's best. Becomes a 6/6. It's really good for the turn.
Yeah.
Sleeping Bear is just literally, I've got 2 nature dice. It's a big 4/4 that can sit there and block, especially once you get rid of its exhaustion with something like the Change Psyche. So it's just there to be a big body if my little stuff is not going to get through. And then the Flash Archer is what the Flash Archer is. It's an ability to do damage directly to a lot of units. And that paired with things like Mist Typhoon and the False Demons and these kinds of effects are going to stack up and keep the board clean. Because I ultimately want the game to go 5 to 6 turns. And so the idea is keep making you waste time on dice fixing and then keep knocking all of the units that you're bringing onto the board off the board, and then play a slower game where eventually it just kind of grinds out.
Yeah, and you can use your ability once I'm out of deck to make it where meditation is not an option, and that can just pin me into awful situations.
That's right. Yeah, or you just take the damage.
How kind of you.
But I've got 1 ready slot available.
So what are you looking to improve about your deck?
Well, so the Butterfly Monk wasn't much of anything. I think, honestly, I need to look at a lot of the suggestions that I've gotten. Like Abundance is a suggestion from Ryuki, I think. Or Ryushi.
So you have a ready spell opening, right?
Yes. So I want to open with this. So this would be 1 mask. It's an action and an exhaustion. All players draw up to 2 cards. For each card they cannot or do not draw, deal 1 damage to their Phoenixborn. So that's kind of a game finisher also if I do get you to that grind. And then if you focus it up, you get to reduce the damage. So like, it could be that this is the late game spell that starts to, you know, make things happen. Because I shouldn't be out of cards and you should. I don't really need to focus it to reduce that damage because, you know, according to everything that's going on, you should be able to keep a bigger deck than your opponent because you're not having to meditate so much. So, and this could also be good in the early game where like I can spend an action, draw 2 more cards, and then maybe I can focus that Shadow Hound spell or focus a False Demon, cast it again. There's also Open Memories, and I think that's an instant. Isn't Open Memories?
Yeah, you play it. It's like an event.
Yeah, you just play an action spell.
Let me grab it for you.
This is one that could start in the opening hand, search for anything and play it. I think it's a pretty common card in competitive Ashes because it searches your deck for a card you want. That's good.
Shocking.
Everybody's going to want to play
I mean,
that.
I've spent dice to do it, but yeah, I'll screw it.
Thanks. There they are. Open Memories.
Great art too.
All right. And yeah, I mean, that's a fine, if I'm looking at my first 5, right? Probably want a Shadow Hound, False Demon, and a Shadow Spirit. Like, these are going to be this is like my game revolves around these conjurations. Okay. Then there's a Seal, which I think is just so good out of the gate. It can really disrupt that first turn. And then just kind of looking at your last, if your last card does,
so frustrating.
if your last card does become Open Memories.
Ah!
I hate this. So let's do 3 dice, 4 dice, 5 dice, 6 dice.
So you need 3 masks.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Then you need 2 masks, but 1 could be anything. Then you need a wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Then you need a heart and a mask. And then you need a heart and say a heart and a mask. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 10.
That's 10 dice right there.
But you couldn't play the card you go get unless it's literally just like focusing. Is this? Yeah, your focus spell doesn't cost anything.
So you could play the Shadowhound and get 1 free damage on the turn. So this essentially turns into that, and then for the rest of the game, that Shadowhound gets better. What you could also do is like, okay, I'm not going to summon the Shadowhound in the opening turn. Instead, I'm going to go double Shadow Spirit and conjure 2 of those in the opening turn. And Open Memories allows you to adapt to that.
Yeah.
Or you can go get Body Inversion, play it as a side action, but then you have to find a mask somewhere. So like maybe you don't play the Shadow Spirit, and now you're going to play the Body Inversion because Zach brought out the 7/1 or whatever, and you need to flop it.
The Dread Wraith. 6/1.
Dread Wraith.
Or the 1/6. So also worth noting, these down here could technically be any color you wanted. They're just it requires basics. Actually, that one can't be. So you have 2 that are open. You could either go 4 charm, or you could add another color if you were. You're not.
And I
You
was
are.
in nature.
You're on green.
I was in nature because I was given 2 blue
Like that.
for the pings basically. But that makes me want to look at what are the other ready spells that I could potentially bring in on turn 1, or even just like, I've got a spell board of 4, so I've got 1 slot left over. So it's just time to start churning through.
Here's ready spells. I'm getting them for you.
And I'm going to look if there's anything from the Saria deck that might matter. And I don't want any more summons. I really just want things that are going to stay there and make my life easier.
Slash better.
Sometimes they're the same, but not always. Easier and better.
Let's see. You're on Illusion, Nature. I have my stacks here for Jessa.
Yeah, these are all my conjurations. So nothing fancy out of Saria. She's not even running.
Some there.
I felt that poorly.
Here's a few.
Resummon. Now, how many can you run in a deck?
How many what?
Total copies of a card?
3?
Why do I have all these 2-ofs? Oh, I did that on purpose. Why would I do that? It's not like me. What was I thinking?
These aren't not what you want.
And I'm kind of, I remember I kind of had gotten to the... Oh yeah, 2 shadows changed, right? It's an action spell now, yeah. Shifting Mist was interesting. Side action, change 2 dice to a side of your choice. I mean, who doesn't love having this on their spell board, right?
Yeah, it's classic.
And then we have the new Secret Door. It's not terribly important for this build. Units with life 1 can't be blocked for the remainder of the turn. Oh, that's relevant. That's very relevant. So that would mean the Shadowhound can't be guarded and it can't be blocked. Huh. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But we're not committing it.
This is a good question from Gasp. What do you think sets this game apart from Magic the Gathering or other card duelers? I'll tell you. Step 1, the art. Pull up Odette, random character that I just love. What's your favorite piece of art in this game?
Oof. I always was partial to Aradel.
Like
all the Phoenixborn look phenomenal.
Holy Knight is another one that I really like. Meteor is another one. You'll see a theme here. Shield Mage. A lot of people really like Shield Mage. So the art's great. The templating's great. Step one. Step two, the game itself, compared to Magic specifically, you start with 10 dice. Those are your resources. And every player has 10 dice. And you have that from game one. So characters enter the game feeling very powerful. The other thing that achieves that is you have a thing called the first five. What are you looking for?
Just going to look through stacks. Stacks on stacks.
Yeah, this is just Phoenixborn. Those are the stacks that I made for Brennan and Jessa. So you get first five, which is you pick your first 5 cards, and you start with all 10 of your resources. So it's kind of like entering a game of Magic when a character is like fully built. Instead of building to it, you just start there. So the games are higher velocity. It's not even more powerful. It's just higher velocity. So you have art. You have the first 5 / the power level, the resource curve.
Resource curve is static.
Yeah,
it starts where it is and it doesn't change.
And it ends where it is. I also think just the theme itself. Magic is kind of classic fantasy, I guess would be.
It became the classic.
Yeah. Whereas this is a little, I don't know, it's more mystical. It's more like, it's brighter. I don't even know how you would.
A little more fantastical.
Yeah, there it is. More fantastical.
But in the good way.
For sure. And then I think, of course, like it's having characters that are like not abstract. You playing the game as like a planeswalker or whatever. And this being a specific character with a specific ability and signature cards, super cool. And then finally, just in general, it's not collectible. So if you're not wanting to have a collectible experience and the expenses that come along with that, this game is obviously much more cost effective.
Yeah. What is it, $30 every 3 months?
Yep, pretty good deal. These are golden too. That's just Phoenixborn. Did you ever look through
Echo
this?
Stack, yeah. That's the last. Nick is in the chat. Everybody say hi if you want to bombard Nick. Tell him he's doing such a bad job.
Horrible.
Chain of Protection is not bad. Time to play the owl.
The owl? Going to you, Al.
Not too impressive. Are these all conjurations? Yeah, for now.
I have a big stack of stuff that I haven't updated yet because we haven't updated them.
I might end up with, there's more open memories. I might end up with that Shifting Mist. I love that spell.
It's generically good.
Yeah. It really fits into the I don't have to meditate. So, like, I'm just going to get to the end game and not take damage.
Yeah.
And you are. I'm willing to give that one a shot, I think.
Michael saying, watching Marvel Monday on the other screen, you mentioned a new text feature, but the link isn't in chat. I'll post it here. I forgot that chat disappears. So even though we announced it on that stream, people that aren't watching it live aren't going to be able to see that. That's pretty wild to think about.
You're looking at Alter Art Mist Spirit.
Isn't that awesome?
Signed by Fernanda.
Yep.
Wow. Just in the collection.
Just in the stack.
Whatever. What is this? Who cares? All right. So the question I'm really going to have to ask
Here's that abundance, by the way.
Am I going to do abundance or am I going to do Shifting Mist? That's why I didn't put any more ready spells in here, because there's no good ones.
Yeah. Well, there's no that apply to what you're trying to do.
None that apply to my particular thing. So we got the False Demons, we got the Shadow Hounds, we've got Shifting Mist and Abundance work really well together, actually.
I mean, you basically can choose 2 of these, right? There's going to be games where this is useless.
Yeah.
You can always meditate them away as well. So, like, even if you play this as a side action, it doesn't really cost you anything.
Yeah, that's true. Inversion's so good. Even on my own stuff, like just really going 3-1, it's not a bad trade.
Yeah.
Maybe you do a little bit of both.
Particularly if you're going to actually start with open memories, like, you can just get whatever you need to get. Depending on how you think the game's going to go. But like abundance, that's way better late game, right?
It is way better.
So
It's designed for
you
late
don't even
game.
want, you would never go fish this out. That's just in your deck. You know you're not gonna see it in the first 5. And late game is like turn 3. So even if you hit it on turn 2, it's kind of fine. You put it down, you're moving along.
It does speed up. Like if you use it second turn and then third turn, that's an extra hand that we've drawn through.
Yeah.
All right, I'm into it. Let's try it. Let's try it. The real question is, do you even bother with Shifting Mist? You've got 1, 2, 3. You've got your I guess so. Yeah, so this is, and then you probably drop this and go into this. Let's try it. Let's try to play like advanced Ashes.
Mutton Chop, that's a great idea. He says you ought to make a card that Jonathan or Bryce can pop in like as a permanent part of the video showing the text number.
Yeah.
We've done some of that in the past. Like when I say PDP, sometimes that logo pops up when I'm talking about the player-driven production model. So we could do the same thing, which would be smart. I can also read the number in case anyone's watching this video until we get that in. 918-201, call me. That's hilarious. Set it, forget it. But really though, it is 1918-201-1219. I guess I should actually finish it. I was just joking.
Okay. So really, I think this is where you get fascinating. All right, so we're going to cut out anything that's not like directly. So Sleeping Bear is probably going to go. Now that also means I really just have no reason.
There's something about the Sleeping Bear plus all the nightmares in a deck that's kind of funny.
That's true. And it is a good reason to have those nature dice because I get the Typhoon, the Massive Growth, and the Sleeping Bear. It's kind of the secret splash. All right, so hold on. You're back. The bear is back. Anything that's maybe not good enough. I just went to 2 of like all of my conditional cards. So strange. Why did I ever do that? Okay, Victoria and the seals. So I'm gonna change. I'm gonna drop 2 Call Upon the Realms because I've got Shifting Mist now.
Yep.
That's easy cuts right there. So one of those becomes Shifting Mist.
I feel like we're getting into advanced territory now.
Yeah, we absolutely are.
Starting to play that jazz.
One of them becomes the Open Memories. Now, do you need more Open Memories? Do you want more Open Memories? Gosh, such a good card.
I mean, I always struggled having it in the deck.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the best that you get, really, is you get Summon Shadowhound to focus. You get more Shadow Spirits, and they're better in mass. I could drop a False Demon. Like, only ever summon 1. And basically, you're just pinging for 1 and getting a 2/2 out.
Yep.
It's not, you don't really need 2 of those.
I'm with you.
You don't really need 2. So I'm going to go with 1 more Open Memories.
Appreciate the 09 saying, tell me to check out Blood Archer plus Drain Vitality. I'm looking.
Boy, Seal is just good.
It's so good. We agree.
It's a good sign. Okay, let's go there and see what happens.
Already done.
Made some swaps. I wonder if I'm gonna keep the 3 copycats in there just because I can't help it. Cannot help it. Now, I did run into the last time where I had. I'm not sure that I need 3 seals. It's a funny statement. Because if I drop, because there was a time whenever I had 2 seals in hand and I only had the enough dice to play 1 of them, which would happen. I'm gonna have to definitely go to at least 2 hearts.
1 heart.
We'll leave a seal in. Right? How can you resist?
It's good.
How can you resist? All right, so we'll do 2 of those. 2 nature dice, of course, 2 hearts, and 6 illusion. We'll see how that plays.
You feeling good?
Yeah, I mean, it's worth a shot, you know, like. Yeah, it's hard because I've got Change Psyche, Open Memories, and Seal, all of which are looking for that heart. So I could drop a Seal and probably get away with just one heart, since we don't have removal to worry about anymore. But there are gonna be games where you have like Open Memories, Change Psyche, Seal all in the same hand. So we'll try that. We'll see how tough getting the illusion die is at this point. That's gonna be my gamble. Okay.
I liked your deck already, so you tightening it is not gonna make it.
We'll try to tighten it. I don't. We may have made it worse. We'll find out.
I somehow doubt that. All right, let's lay this out. I need this Odette deck needs some love.
Shadowhound, Shadow Spirit, Palestinian.
Do you ever do something
Never.
and then later remember that you did it and you're happy that that was the case? In which case, I'm referring to the fact that I organized this deck.
Yes.
It's like, ah, yes, I'm glad I did that when I did that and not later. Okay, so last time you were inverting me to death. I got to stop that. Is there anything that removes a spell?
No, I hope not.
So I was on Divine, Charm, and Ceremonial.
Oh, Cronus posted some hints in Discord. In our Discord. Got all these other channels now. We gotta.
He's saying get away from the Wraith. The Wraith's particularly not good against Steven. It makes me sad.
Yeah, but like.
The real moral of the story, I think I made updates last time. Because I dropped the meteors.
Meteor.
Every time I say that word, I can't not think of meat ear.
Meat eater.
Like meat, like more meat. Meteor.
Yeah.
Not meteor. Look at that art, though.
Yeah, it's great.
Hard not to play it.
I don't know. Yeah, you can't hate it. I don't hate it. Okay.
What's Small Sacrifice? Let's see what that does. I'm not seeing it anywhere. I have seen that somewhere. Dang it.
And my first 5 is getting weird.
Good. There it is. All right, so Small Sacrifice. Action, Exhaust, Ceremonial. Deal the damage to a target unit on your battlefield. If you do, you may deal the damage to a target unit on an opponent's battlefield. If both target units are unexhausted, you can place an exhaustion token on both units instead of damage. Because I already had Blood Archer. Wound for a wound. That's what I did. I put in more allies.
2 for 2.
I think I got too many laws.
No, but you sure can hide.
Let's look at that. I'm just going to look at my laws really quick.
The laws.
Law of Assurance. No rerolls. Law of Fear. It's the AoE preventer. Law of Sight. You draw. Okay.
Oh yeah, you got those lions to search that stuff out. Ooh. Man. This gets weirder. I'm done. I might cut Seal.
Completely.
Maybe.
Or just keep the starting one. That's probably enough of a tempo hit.
I'm either cutting Seal or I'm cutting Open Memories. Probably cutting Open Memories. Hate to tell you.
Nice.
You already know what it is.
Interesting. They tell me to go away from these wraiths.
Yeah. Well,
Let me stack this back. Let me think about this. It's hard to verbalize and deck build at the same time.
that's why we get paid the big bucks.
That's what I've been saying. 3-6.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where I was at. Are you on 5-3-2? No, you're on crazy town.
I'm going up. I'm going 7-2-1.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, Seal is a big tempo head, isn't it?
Ryushi's saying, if Open Memories isn't in your first 5, I don't think it makes sense in the deck at all. So you're not wrong.
Yeah, I think it is in the first 5. It's back in the first 5. But the question is, are there more of them in the deck? There probably aren't. You probably do 1 in the first 5, and then you just got to you draw cards. You know? Build a good deck, right? Anytime you have to search a bunch, it's just like, these are 30-card decks. It should be enough in there to get your job done. So this actually goes out, which opens up a slot.
So what I think I'm going to do... Resummons the wrong kind of magic.
But I really just want that. Okay.
What are cards that can sacrifice my own unit?
We just looked at that one. We've got to, we'll have to proxy it.
What was it?
It was called, it was a Herald card. It was a vampire type card. Anybody remember?
I know Resummon can do it.
We went on about it for untold amounts of time.
Was it...
Blood Chains? Dark Reaping? Dark Reaping. Dark Reaping. Yeah. That was destroy a unit, change 5. That's good.
I might have a proxy before this is over.
Man. Bring it on. Like it.
Because basically what I'm looking at is I might drop the Dread Wraith. I might keep it. I just might not. If I see inversion, if I smell a hint of inversion, basically being able to play the lion twice in the same turn, because I can have multiple laws out.
Yeah.
If I only have a spellboard of 3, but if I have multiple laws, I can only have the summon lion plus the laws out.
Yep. See, I'm changing my mind already. Changing my mind about everything.
What's Blood Chains? Is that a new one we did?
I remember playing against it a bunch in old Ashes.
Let's pull up Blood Chains.
Old Ashes.
I think we've done this before. Destroy a unit you control, placing exhaustion token on a target unit. If the destroyed unit... What? If the destroyed unit have 1 or more wound tokens on it, place 2 exhaustion instead. Oh, that's so good.
What?
Hold on. Let me hold the phone. What are you doing?
Is this in your deck?
That's in my deck.
Do we have more of them?
Yeah, there's 2 more of them floating around. They're probably in this stack.
Oh, that old stack.
I can't wait to actually have all the new cards in a binder.
That'd be nice.
There they are. Look at those Blood Chains. This is what I needed.
Is that sacrifice to exhaust?
Sacrifice to exhaust. If they have any damage on them, then it's 2 exhaust instead.
Oof.
The reason that's so good is my Law of Domination. When I put it into play, choose one of your units, one of mine, they damage each other.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have like a 1 or 2 damage thing, I can like start locking you down. I have a lot of ways to do a single damage to you as well.
That's the game of Ashes these days.
I like that a lot. I also feel like I have too much unexhaust going around. So we're cleaning house.
All right, I'm adding more exhaust.
Blood Change is a great idea. I appreciate whoever said that.
Boy, there's so many good cards in all these different houses. Huh. So many good cards, like Hidden Power.
Hidden Power is really good.
There's the 2 shadows. That's what I needed. And then these are all good.
Cronus says, I mean, if you don't want to change the deck, not playing the Dread Wraith is the next best thing.
That is true. Let's not forget.
Aaron Clark, what's up? Saying, I'm realizing just how much the limit 1 is changing the game and opening deck building. It makes having 3 summoning spells less valuable, so more unique spell cards and builds come into play.
Yeah, 100%. We're feeling that too. What is blocking? Blocking is a unit blocking for a Phoenixborn?
Anything getting in front of the Phoenixborn is blocking. Anything getting in front of a unit is guarding.
Okay.
I believe that's the case.
Yeah. Fair enough.
You're basically blocking for your Phoenixborn.
Yeah.
Or you're guarding one of your units.
Good way to think of it.
But yeah, like if I bring my lion in and then I Law of Domination and we punch each other, if you have a 2 damage unit, I take 2, I do 3 to you. And then Dark Sacrifice later lets me sacrifice the lion to exhaust a different unit with 2 exhaustion tokens, which is just brutal.
Some would call that a lot of value.
That's a ton of value. What is enlightenment?
Vanish.
Okay, I'm digging this.
Vanish doesn't work yet for targeting units, unfortunately. Should be a bummer. Okay. That's pretty tasty too. Ooh, I found this stack of cards that's really good.
Where was it at?
It was in front of me the whole time.
Oh, it was that little side stack.
Mm-hmm.
That was literally all the cards you were almost putting in your deck. That's why you were like, why can't I find anything that works with my deck? That's really funny. Okay. So I'm going to organize here. This is one thing I'm wanting to check myself on. Basically magic types. Because I have a lot of divine, even though I don't think it matters that much. It does for my loss. That's where we're coming
Your stuff looks awesome over there. Gotta say.
All the cards?
Yeah. It all looks very good.
3, 6, 9, 12. Okay, I like this. I'm gonna go ahead just so we can jam when it's time. I'm gonna look at my Mayoni deck really quick.
Jam on.
I think I have this in a state where I want to try it, but I want to be able to try both of them before we're gone today. Okay. People.
Done. So now we've got all these cards that are trying to get in. What a feeling, what a feeling.
I'm trying to remember back to when I played Mayoni and what I did and didn't like about it.
I still need more of that that card that exhausts, unexhausts or exhausts. What is that called? Enlighten something or other.
Oh, yeah.
Change Psyche. Are you running this?
No.
You cut it?
Yeah.
There it is.
Do you only need one?
Yeah, I only needed the one. I've got the other 2.
Oh, there it is. Oh, so there are only 3 to begin with.
Okay, easy. So we did that. We throw that in there.
Did Nature's Wrath change? Can we pop that up? I want to make sure it's the same. We built these decks before...
We knew what we were doing.
Well, before they were updated. Nope, Nature's Wrath looks the same. I love that art.
I'm going to use some of these new cards, just kind of see what it looks like, you know?
I'm with you.
So we're going to do all of that. And then eventually we're really going to, I'm going to have to kind of get back in the
Saddle.
remember why I'm doing the things that I'm doing.
Well, yeah.
Like Seal, it doesn't really make sense to play Seal in this kind of a deck.
I'm listening.
Because the whole idea is that you make it difficult for them to conjure the stuff anyway. So locking down a conjuration spell is probably unnecessary because you kind of want them to spend all this time getting their dice so that they can cast the thing. And then rather than just saying, oh, you can't cast it, and then like, oh, well, then there's no need to meditate. There's no need to. So I'm just going to run without it and see how bad it goes.
Well, there is that.
Yeah, it's called testing.
You know, there's a reason to focus that. There's also a reason to do that a lot.
Oh, are you building Meoni already?
Yeah, I'm just tweaking.
I can't build 2 decks at once.
How is my brain supposed to handle
Yeah,
this?
I can't do that. Ding. Dun 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 dun. Bum.
Bum. Bum, bum, bum. 3.
You know, I might just end up putting a sleeping bear in the world. Maybe he's actually my first.
Those nightmares got to come from somewhere.
Maybe he's my first play.
You know what I mean?
I do. I really do. Let me see what that would actually. Oh, this gets so weird when you actually get more aware of what's happening.
Can you hand me that stack?
This one?
Mm-hmm. No, sorry. The big one.
Uh-huh.
I thought it was the only reasonable
here?
stack that you'd handed to me. Somehow I got a different stack. What is happening? One of these days, one of us is going to build an owl deck.
Nope.
You're like, not it.
That is not happening. I'll tell you that right now. It's too much. It's too much. So we could go into basically body inversion, strike, 2 shadows. That's pretty fair, honestly. That's pretty fair. Or we could go to that. Huh. This game is crazy, man. Ah!
I'm at the point where it burns my brain.
Yeah,
Just processing it.
it's painful.
Z says, how much do I have to pay for an owl deck to get on this stream? It's less than you'd think.
Well, yeah, less. It's all very viable. Okay. The first 5 will really get a hold of you, and then everything ceases to make sense. So then there's a world where you basically go body inversion, swap. There's a world where you go, oh, that's what it was. You go shadow spirit. Ah, see, you know, this is like when I used to do test draws for Netrunner in the hotel room.
Yeah. You start seeing why you're doing the
Okay.
things you're doing.
I'm with it. I've got it. Done, 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 done. Yeah, you know what, Ben? I just realized that too. Did that just happen? Do you see that our picture-in-picture is a little bit translucent? Jonathan may have just done that. I've never seen that before. Like, move your hand behind it. Look at that.
Wow. That's actually kind of cool.
That is cool. Or the system's failing and everything's about to crash.
Melt.
You know, take it a little bit as it comes. Tresmillion, no, that's so funny. Are the owls the Ashes version of downtime? Actually, that's extremely precise. That's probably exactly. We'll probably all be playing owls by the end of this thing.
I hope not.
That's a Marvel Champions joke, in case you aren't aware.
Here's
Marvel Champions,
my question
great
for the
cooperative card game. Superheroes.
the chatskis. What is the biggest, baddest ally in the game at this point?
It's not the sleeping bear.
It maybe is. Oh, I know what this does.
Nothing like shuffling that first 5 in. Oh my gosh. 2, 3, 4, and what was my 5th? Help.
I don't know.
Okay, got it. Nope, already got that one. Open memories, of course.
Help.
Help. Ah!
So funny.
Man, Ben, with the questions that matter. If owls are downtime, what's spycraft? Ashes 1.0?
Mill?
Cards? Mill, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. No, because Mill's playable in this. Spycraft is like... Well, it's a card. You can play it for sure. All right, we're on some definite... we're playing some abstract jazz on this one.
Do you have Seeds of Aggression floating around anywhere?
Inside of me, everywhere.
I assume that's what you were gonna say.
No, I don't. I've never even seen the card.
It looks like this.
No, don't have that. I don't like ninjas.
Really?
Yep, never have. Aside from Robert Hamburger's old webpage, that was absolutely hilarious. Real Ultimate Ninja, you remember that?
Nope.
Real, what was that called?
There it is.
I had the book, actually.
It's in the book.
Ultimate Ninja something or other. Anyway, it was like it was just the comedy at the time that was happening on the internet. And it was great. But aside from that, no, real ninjas to me are not even that cool, and I don't know why. Now, the 3 ninjas that I grew up with on the videos, the movie screen, now that was cool. And surf ninjas were cool. But those weren't like your traditional, like, I'm so cool. Dress in camo and like sneak around and have swords. I was never super into that. Probably a little too overt for me. Just funny to say, considering ninjas are the exact opposite of overt.
Very covert.
I did look at ninjutsu for a second.
What is that?
It's a lot of scratching people's eyes out. Yeah, just as a martial art, it's a lot scrappier than you would expect. A lot less about like kind of the honor that you kind of bring to your ideas. Ninjas are basically the opposite of samurai, I think, when it comes to honor. They're there to get things done. Okay. Do you wanna have her? We'll just face them off here. Wait, no. Look at that.
Would you look at that? Just look at it.
Just look at it. What do we need? Do we need dice or? Oh, we got tokens. We sell tokens for this game. Anybody interested? Arcane tokens on our website. Still just as beautiful as ever. I had forgotten how much I like these.
They good.
Do you know your first 5?
That's what I'm figuring out.
I'm gonna roll my dice. Don't look at them.
Okay.
You passed the test. Let's flip this one up.
I'm glad. I'm glad I could pass.
Just kidding.
All right. So
I am running both, aren't I, Ryushi? See, I know what I'm doing. The 2 biggest allies with 4 attack are Flash Archer and Sleeping Bear. This guy's running both. You want a big ally?
Flash Archer is what I need.
Yeah. Do you want it?
No, it's fine. It's
I
for
don't
it's for,
need
it's
it,
for my it's
honestly.
for the other deck.
Okay.
We're good. Easy.
I was gonna say I really don't need it. But you've got the mask dice. You probably should run it, right?
Oh, it's a mask die.
Yeah, 2 masks and
Never mind. I can't.
Yeah, PMK right here. Ninjutsu technique is how to walk and run silently. Apparently, so I had a book on it, I think, when I was younger, and it was like about walking through leaves, like dry leaves. You're supposed to like put your foot like a spear basically through and then shuffle down.
You were not kidding.
Yeah, but I tried it. It didn't work. Made a lot of noise.
You gotta have the right shoes.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know what the deal was. Maybe I just wasn't trying hard enough.
Reminder to me, Odette's ability, enter the fray action, exhaust, deal 2 damage to a target unit, deal damage to this Phoenix Form equal to the target unit's attack value. So I can smoke someone. Jamoke them.
You deal 2 and you take it back, basically?
I deal 2 and I take their attack value in.
Right. Come get this sleeping bear, buddy.
All right, roll them. You rolled? How many basics you got?
Yeah, no one rolling. 2.
I also have 2.
Roll again?
That was a really
or did
good
we just
roll.
roll
Roll
a
again.
different die, yeah?
3.
1.
So I go first, but look at these angels.
I got that natural frog, too.
The natty?
He's got that natural frog.
I always said that about you.
I worked so hard to center these up, and we just obliterated them.
Yeah.
Now, the way you arrange your dice also really can mess with your opponent.
I do by color, by type.
Yeah. I like to have some clean rows. Most powerful on the left.
Not me.
I mean, come on. Who do you want to go to dinner with?
That's right. Who said I'm first?
Yeah.
Summon Emperor Lion.
Oh, you've given away your strategy already.
You knew it. Lebowski knew it.
All of this is written in the cards. What do you need? 2 angels? You an angel?
I'm ready to lay down the law. Get it?
Yeah. So what?
It's a law joke.
What do I do? Yeah.
Brennan says, go to dinner with both of you, obviously. What do I do?
I'm already stuck.
Good.
I might just give you some swings. Nah, I can't do that, can I? I can't do that. Come on. What is this Shadow Hound like? Can I be targeted by stuff? Attack, spells, abilities, etc.
Remember, because I couldn't use my ability on him.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it's annoying.
All right, Shadow Hound coming in. Speaking of annoying.
All right, mine?
Mm-hmm.
Holy Night.
Oh, wait, hold on. I got a side action. Don't do that yet. I think I'm supposed to use Victoria. But I don't really want to. I won't touch your lion because I should know better. I don't really have a side action, though.
Pass.
All right, I'll just pass it. Yeah, that's fine.
Holy Night. I should have done this first. Lion, Angel, and a basic.
Okay. 3-3-2, huh?
Used to be. Look at this. Hold on. Let me show you what you used to have to do with.
Did you look at it?
Oh, I flipped it because she's in the other deck. She was a 5 before. It's like a 5-4-3 or something. It's crazy. Untouchable 5.
You guard your units. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, let's summon the Shadow Hound.
Here comes the pup.
Big old illusion doggy.
What's he do?
Cannot be targeted by attacks, spells, abilities, or dice powers. Cannot be guarded against. 3-1.
That's what it was, because my Law of Domination doesn't do anything against you.
That's right. An absolute classic. Just say no. And then side action. We're going to roll up 1, 2, 3.
My goodness.
Yeah, good unit, huh? You can't do anything about it. 4. We'll roll these. 3 angels. I don't know if this one matters. Let's get that goat out of there.
3 angels and a goat.
3 angels and a goat. Walk into a bar.
Old Bible story.
I got to spin one for that, too.
2 of the angels came back. The others disappear.
Okay.
I can't do anything to your Shadow Hound. That's so obnoxious.
I forgot I had to pay for that. That screws up my entire first 5.
Oh, your ability?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad we figured it out.
Yeah, now we know.
But I can't just attack the Shadow Hound.
Cannot be attacked.
That's not true.
Can it be targeted by attacks?
Can it be guarded against? Oh my goodness. How annoying is that thing?
I choose the annoying ones.
Just across the board, strictly annoying.
Of course, once I do attack, the ability's gone.
Yeah, but still annoying.
Hound for a night.
Huh.
Law of Domination doesn't target, so it works. Whatever that is.
Oh, really? In that case, I have an action.
Otherwise, I had none.
Exhaust 2 angels and a basic. Let me see what color of dice I need to have after this.
Oh, Delia.
We're gonna summon a lion. It's time to lay down the law.
Lay down the lion.
Emperor lion, search for a law. Decree. Law of domination. When the spell comes into play, choose an opponent. That's right, it doesn't target. An opponent to choose one of their units they control, then choose a unit you control. Then those units deal damage to each other equal to their attack value.
I choose this one.
I will choose my lion.
Lion for hound.
And then this damage from attacking or countering cannot be prevented.
All right. I
Then
would never dream of it.
Then that was my action. Summon a side action. No, I'm good. Go ahead.
Ah, no side action, it says. No side action. This gets interesting. Very interesting.
Oh, I have to pay for this. So I can't do that. Back that up.
You gotta pay for what?
I gotta pay for the
Ah, yeah. Costs.
this.
Victoria coming in.
So I recant. I want a side action. Meditates. 2. Go goat and lion. And then time for choosing.
Then you do it.
No, I'm just gonna play a blood archer, a goat, a heart, and a basic.
Okay. Okay. Well, here we are. River City. I think I'm just gonna take some to the teeth here. That's how this goes.
Here comes the old dog pile.
Shadowhound on Holy Night. Can't be guarded.
Got him. Strike back.
Classic tail. And then side action. Very good question here. I mean, let me do my worst. Okay. So if we go 1,
I'm gonna do a review really quick.
2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you know, that's not terrible. That's not terrible at all. And then no side actions.
All right. Still mine.
This first turn is everything.
It truly is.
You like those 3/3 units, don't you?
Sure do.
You have nightmares about body inversion?
I did. That is precisely.
Uh...
So I'm actually gonna do. No, you know what? Because you're gonna play something else.
I got so many dice. I'm gonna
I-
play everything.
I know what you were up to.
How do you know, though?
I'm just gonna play a Summon Dreadwraith. Go ahead.
How do you possibly know? You saw me deck build?
Maybe.
All right, let's do Shifting Mist. And then let's side action turn these into wolves.
I don't like that. Mine?
Mm-hmm.
I'll see what you're doing now.
Kronos, Zach can't pass the end of the round. We both have to pass consecutively. So if he passed, then I would. If I don't play a main action, then the turn would go to the. It would go to the next turn.
I'm gonna summon the lion.
The lion. Feed them to the lions.
And I'm gonna search.
Feed them to the lions. I say feed them to the lions. What would I do?
I'm not gonna play a law.
No law?
No law. The
No
Emperor
law.
is the law.
No law. Okay, so just a lion. It's an old school lion. So if we did Uno. This did not work like it needed to. So now we've got to choose between this open memories or not. Okay, no, that's fine. That's actually okay. Let's do Summon Shadow Spirit. And then no side action.
Swing for 3.
You did it.
First blood.
Ow, ow, ow. Ow. All right, and then you're all about that blood archer, aren't you?
He's ready to shoot some shadows down.
Shoot some shadows.
I didn't. My alliteration was not intended. It was just roll right off the tongue.
Shoot some.
It's just like that's a lot of S's.
Okay, so that's kind of a problem. You got 1 die left. I'm gonna play some open memories. Let's go search.
We were digging. Hopefully, I've made that body inversion seem very not as appealing right now.
Do I have to show you? No.
Yeah, because it's any card, which is good.
Yeah. Okay. I think this is right. Actually, what? Yeah.
What?
What? Huh?
I said what?
What's up, Thomas? Pulled the trigger and bought some Ashes tokens. Hey, thank you so much, Thomas.
Appreciate that.
So that was main action. You got 1 card left. What can you do with 1 basic ceremonial?
Teach you how to Dougie.
I'm just going to do it now because I don't know any better. Let's play 2 shadows. Discard a target exhausted unit. It's that one.
But why? Why did you do
That's a
that?
good first turn open memory search right there.
Yeah. I'll pass.
Here comes Bear.
Oh, baby bear. He's exhausted, eh?
Comes in exhausted, yeah. Roar.
What's your battlefield?
Battlefield is 5.
I see. Well, this seems great. You're out of cards?
Oh, wait, yeah, you can do the thing. I shouldn't summon it, I guess. Because you can just side action and attack him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to do that yet, then. Wrong.
Oh.
So then, for my main action, I might do nothing. I might just start spinning these dice to do 1 and 1. Maybe that's the best thing to do.
It's like technically if you pass the main action, the round's over.
Did you pass the main action?
Yeah. I think so, right? Yeah, because I attacked with the line and then I didn't have anything to do.
It's like it's side action, do a damage, and then pass. Keep a die.
You ping me for 1 though, I have recovery too.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Blood Archer is a problem. He's an ally though, yeah.
He was ready to take that bear down.
I mean, that essentially, it prevents 3 damage to me, which is probably better than this card in my hand.
Well, the other thing is, you have the position to pass, though. If you pass, I can't damage you.
100%.
So we can just pass the next round, and you have a good die side showing.
I think that's right, then. All right, we'll pass, then. That seems good.
Unfortunate for me, but...
Yeah, well.
Basically, the threat of whatever was there was enough to make me not do 3 free damage. What is enlightenment?
Okay, cool.
Ready?
Cool. Yeah.
You got the tempo, and I got the time.
You
Ooh,
got
double
the
line.
tempo, I got the time. I guess, do I keep that? I don't need it for anything yet. Bunch of masks. They're everywhere.
Do-do-do-do-boop-doo.
Okay. Blood Archer, what do you do? What do you do? Let's get these out of here. Okay. And this is an ability, right?
Yeah. Any like bold keyword like this is an ability.
So let's do. This is a great question. There's so many more choices than I feel like I used to have in this game. Pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. All right, stick to the plan.
To be fair, my dice pool's a mess, but look at the angle of your cards right now.
But
it's like when you're writing a note on something that's not lined. It's like, your words start drifting. This game is great. 5 out of 5 stars. Would star again.
Would star again. Oh, so if I had played the bear, I could block with Victoria.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Forgot about that. Dang it.
Do you want to go back?
No, don't care.
It would have been way better for me.
Would have taken 6.
Side note, it would have been.
Yeah, the card.
Yeah, it would have been because I can ping you for 1, whatever. You're gonna recover. But then I can swing, hitting you for 3, and then I have the card that I can sacrifice myself and put an exhaustion token on you, or 2 if I have a damage, which I would have.
Nice.
So you'd have 3 more damage and a bear with 3 exhaustion on it, and I'd have an extra card in my hand, and I had the die to pay for it. So like,
you had the whole thing, the whole show. Okay. This is the kind of game where I need more Shadow Hounds, I think.
They're the worst.
Yeah, it's just like I probably need to just focus this first turn. You have all these 3-cost things. It gives the big issue here. Blood Archer's good. Can't hate that.
Last time I was like, I have to have something really good to do with my ceremonial dice. If something just shuts this card out of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't take this card out, but I did give myself something to do with ceremonial.
Okay, so threats. Threats. And you don't exhaust to do that ability. Ugh. All right, well, let's side action here with Victoria. I'm gonna re-roll 3 of these guys. You can re-roll 2 lions, an angel, and a knife, let's see.
Are you an angel?
Are you an angel? Wolves. And then let's go ahead and wolf to place a shadow spirit onto the board as the main action. 2/1, when it's declared as an attacker, I can change one of your die down a rank.
That seems like something to nuke and quickly. Let's do it. Side action. We'll do 1 damage to it. 1 damage to me. And then I'll swing for 3.
You got me. Okay. Then let's do the old Shadow Hand. 3 there. Throw that in. And then side action to wolf.
I see something.
Is charm +1/+1?
It's -1.
Oh, it's not -1 in it. Yeah, thanks, Thomas. Yeah, I gotta exhaust, yeah.
That seems good. Have you done Shifting Mist already?
Mm-hmm. I just changed them to 2 wolves.
Mm-hmm.
Just -1 attack. Okay. Makes sense. That's good.
I can block the Shadow Hound, right? Can't be guarded against.
Guarded against, yeah.
Bummer, dude. Bummer, dude. Well, I think it's time to do what my deck does.
All right, I've been waiting.
I'm going to meditate to a lion. And then I'm going to meditate to a lion.
Lion.
Then I'm going to summon a lion. Then I'm going to go get Law of Domination, which I can play for an angel. So the lion is angel, basic. And the law is an angel. So there's
okay.
4. And then I'll choose the Blood Archer in here, and they do damage to each other.
Okay. Big units. All right. Think of what else she might have here. Okay. Let's then, next up. Oof, tough choice.
I'm gonna, instead of using this basic, I'm gonna use, sorry.
One of those cards from hand.
No, I'm gonna use this. I'm using a basic. It's what magic types you use.
Okay. So this is the choice you've got to make now.
Acebox saying, I wish I had someone to play this game with in York, PA area. Well, if you're from that area and listening, leave a comment. There's players looking to play. I assume once this comes out, it'll be a lot easier to find people to play with.
All right, let's play Change Psyche, Basic, and a Heart to exhaust that boy.
Well in.
And then no side action.
Okay. There's a lot. There be a lot.
Never have enough dice.
I know. Just an ever-present problem. I think this is the call. Let's go and play Sword of Virtue. 2 basics, remove an exhaustion token from a card. I'll counter your counter. Can you counter my counter to your counter?
Nope. I really just, that lion can just hang out, I guess. What is that? Deal 2 to a thing, and then
They deal their damage back to me. Okay. A lot of time it just speeds you up.
Yeah.
Like if you're only doing 2 anyway, but yeah. Mr. Yao says Copycat would have been so awesome there.
Yes. It would have been great.
Because you could copy this, and one of the things is you can destroy target unit. So remove, and then you just blow it out. It's like...
I'm not sure what to do here.
Ryushi, that's totally true. That's what I'm realizing about the Phoenixborn is like, he's saying something that he finds interesting is you could take the Phoenixborn and replace them with pretty much any other Phoenixborn, and the decks would work very similar, but they'd have a new trick. Yeah, the signature card and their ability. A lot of them are generic dice. Like Odette is not required to play a certain type, so she could fit anywhere.
All right, let's throw a Baron.
Da Barris. Well,
Baron.
There's that. Lionel swing you for 3.
You got it.
He's so tired.
Okay. I'll pass.
Let's meditate to align. And then I will main action, spend a knife, sacrifice here to put a token here.
Double exhaust. Okay. Pass again.
We'll play a shield mage. Units I control can't be targeted by an attack. Can't be targeted by attacks an opponent controls.
Okay. What a weird card. Don't like this card at all. I'll pass again.
I'll also pass. This will go away.
All right. I'm not going to be playing Abundance in the future version of this. Just because it's not at all what I'm there to do.
It doesn't do anything.
That's its main problem.
Hilarious. Interesting.
And then, do we discard? We discard after we see the dice?
You discard, then you can roll the dice.
Okay.
Because you can decide whether to keep or not. Not that you wouldn't keep a wolf. A wolf.
I would keep a wolf.
My decks have been fairly typical this game.
Typical.
Like, I roll like 3 angels, a basic, and a lion.
Mm-hmm.
And I rolled 1 of each. Like,
You hit the average.
I'm okay with it.
I hit the average. All right, first player.
It's me, Mario. Well, let's do what we gotta do so you can't change it. I'm gonna go 2 angels and a basic. We're gonna get a lion. And then he's going to get me search and draw pile for, let me see if I even have any here I want to do. No. He's just gonna come in, and then let me see if I have any side actions that I want. Sure. I'm gonna play as a side action Law of Assurance. Cost me an angel. I change all my dice to class sides.
Ooh.
And then you can't, neither of us can manipulate dice in the other person's pool.
Wow. My ability.
Not my gumdrop buttons. We're cruising now.
Okay.
Oh, you do dice first.
Nice.
So then you can decide what cards to keep. That's what it is.
Right.
That's more relevant. I will note that the addition of more allies, and particularly Blood Chains, the card, that was the card that made this. Because before I would get a lion out and I would be stuck.
You want to cast it again, yeah, a bunch of times.
Being able to get rid of it and place an exhaustion, like, oh my goodness, get out of town.
All right, we're gonna play this Flash Archer because we can't not. I think that's what I'm gonna do with that.
Hoo-hoo!
Yeah.
Oh, and the class side is the middle side, not the power side.
Flash Archer, and then we'll do the. Oh, you gotta exhaust to do the damage, don't you? I guess I can hang out here. I guess.
She can basically like knock a couple units off.
She could kill this shield mage right now, but then I just take 3 again, and I just can't keep doing it. But if you have a side action that can do 2, which is possible. Or wouldn't Odette? Oh yeah, Odette would just smoke her.
Yeah, but I would take 4.
Yeah, but like right now, you're so ahead on the board that you would. Well, I would think you would do that. I don't know that there's a way around that though. Shifting Mist. Let's change some dice.
Yeah.
Wolves and Frogs. Here we go.
You called it. I'm going to use this to deal 2 there and take 4.
Right on.
Can't have her floating around. She makes my lion hard to swing. You're at 9. How much health do you have?
18.
All right.
Okay. Then we'll do.
People talking about the dice. So the animal is the power side always. The object is the class side. Although angel, not exactly an object.
Shadow Spirit in, and no side action.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna make me work for it.
Put up a wall. Play the Law of Assurance.
What is enlightenment? I could really go for some nature dice right now. Well, let's see if you got the goods. All right. Let's go ahead and let's summon a wraith.
Dreaded Wraith. A Dreaded Wraith.
They're so cool.
All right, let's go. Let's see, where do we go here? So we probably want that. Probably want that.
You gonna put my insides on my outsides?
No, not planning on it at least. Not yet. Let's drop another Summon Shadowhound.
Uh-oh, here comes the pack.
And then we gotta think. We've gotta think. What's your battlefield?
5.
Okay.
Chrono saying, sure would be a shame if, I don't know, something inverted happened to your wraith.
Yeah, we're just gonna do the Summon Shadowhound and then side action.
Man, look at all those power dice.
Side action is a big question here. I'm in a bit of a pickle. So one line is 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's a pretty good line. The other line, however, is also very good. Very, very good. So I think I'm going to sit tight. Just play Summon Shadowhound as my main and then go.
Okay. Let's swing with. Let's actually swing. One at your Shadow Spirit.
At my Shadow Spirit.
Mm-hmm. You just hopping away.
Yeah, definitely
my
doing that.
Shadow Spirit.
Yeah. Coming at me.
1.
1 to me. Yeah.
You got it. I like that I can't like react on top of that. Yeah, 12 damage. Thomas, the law prevents changing dice in your opponent's. Rerolling or changing the level of dice in your opponent's pool, not your own.
All right. Let's do 3 for the Hound. And we'll do 1 for the Lion.
Oh no, he's setting me up.
Then we'll pass.
Okay. Let's think about this for a second. Yeah. Oh, units can only guard if they have unit guard.
Mm-hmm.
Your next turn is gonna be scary with that bear. That bear.
That bear needs therapy.
That bear needs therapy.
He can't be attacked, of course.
Yeah.
Attack spirit, of course. Attack the bear. Bear on.
Well, let's attack your character. Your Phoenixborn.
I can always block from a Phoenix Born.
That bear needs therapy.
You can't make another one. Well, if you played another one, you could, I guess. Which you probably do have that. I can't change your dice. That's the whole point of this thing. What the heck is this? It's almost worth taking 3 just to not let another lion hit the table. That's really the question we're asking ourselves, is it not? What's it worth? What's another lion? Although you drop another lion, I don't know. You probably do the law, where we do damage to each other?
I don't have more space.
No more laws?
No more laws.
Okay, well then it's fine. Shadow Spirit.
Now, I could meditate away like my Dread Wraith spell.
Well, no, if you drop another summon... Oh, you don't have another law yet. That's fine. Shadow Spirit will block.
Okay.
2 and 1 and 1 and 2.
You got it.
I'm not good enough to know what kind of reactions you could possibly do there, so
none.
I'll just take my beats, as they say. Now we've got ourselves a question, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Look at those dice.
You keep looking at them, and it's like, I want to mess with them.
As long as that shield mage can block, there's not a lot I can get done. I could just ping twice with the frogs, but I've got to take a main action, or we can just pass away. But you'd be 3 dice deep at that point, so right. Not a big problem.
This boy needs therapy.
I'm trying to think, what can you drop with those 3? You probably do 3 damage with whatever those 3 dice are.
By the way, most reactions use power symbols.
Cool. Did Nick say that?
Yeah, I think all of them do.
Or Ryushi said that. Fake Nick? And what's that? Do you have any of that card? The blood change is all ceremonial stuff.
Yep, you're starting to figure it out.
That creepy stuff that you do, is that the knife stuff?
Yes, always. It's got the creepy name? Yes. I like this transparency behind that little pop-up screen.
It's nice.
How do you guys feel about it? The transparency behind our faces up here.
All right. I might be seeing myself out of this game.
Well, then you just...
Bear.
Oh my goodness, it's a tag team? That's the ultimate tag team match. What is the name of those brothers? Forgot them.
Just Hurricane and Tsunami or whatever?
Maybe, yeah.
Man, they were my tag team favorites.
It'd be really great if you had instead of saying Sleeping Bear, you had it marked out. It's like Hurricane and Tsunami. This boy needs therapy.
I don't know what you can do.
It's scary, isn't
feeling
it?
in games.
Isn't it? All right, let's...
You don't want to see Zach's glorious hands, Nicholas?
Let's meditate. This is a crazy play. I'm going to meditate this spell off the board.
Yeah. Do it.
We're going to... What is enlightenment? It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Steven?
Walk away. Break the wrist. Walk away.
Sure. Let's go up to a lion.
Meditate 1 for a lion.
And then my main action is going to be Law of Domination.
Okay.
For an angel. And I...
Wraith to Hound.
Actually, no. You get to choose the unit.
I choose the unit.
No. Choose an opponent to choose the unit they control.
Ah.
Yep.
Well, I don't necessarily want to put 4 on a Dread Wraith.
That worked differently than I expected it to.
Do you want to not do that?
Yeah. Let's think about this. Because I was basically, if I can get rid of this unit and then put 3 counters on this, I could unfocus him and swing. But you get to pick the unit. So that changes everything.
0 is 9 saying you can't meditate, but I believe that you can, right? The law of assurance doesn't say anything about not meditating.
You can't meditate this. It's got bound. It cannot be discarded from your spell board with meditations. But that's the penalty. Otherwise, you can play it, get rid of it, play another one.
And then you can change your own dice. You just can't change your opponent's, right?
Right.
From the law.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, that changes just about everything.
Just a boot.
All right, let's just do this then. Let's play Enlightenment.
Just a cool Enlightenment.
Let's take a token off this thing. The Enlightened Dread Wraith. Watch out.
You got 1 angel.
Are you an angel?
All right, man. I don't know. What am I walking into here? I'm going to attack that shield mage. 3 for 1.
I don't think you can,
All
right?
right. That's the whole point of the shield mage.
You have to do something else to it.
I don't want that Dread Wraith to block. Pass.
So, like, weirdly, I wish you could have done that. Because then I could actually meditate, play the law, choose any of your units, take the tokens, get a free attack on you.
Mm-hmm.
But here we are. Dread Wraith will swing at you. Let's see if I can eke out a damage.
You got 1.
Boom. Your action.
Now it's great, actually. Or at least now I want to do it. So now 3 onto your Phoenixborn. The cards are always less scary than you think they are in your opponent's hand. Always. If you're like me.
Yeah, we'll take 3. So 7. You got it. Fine?
Yeah. +8 to shield mage swing. See, that's what I'm thinking.
Meditate this. Technically move this to a lion. Main action, Law of Domination.
Mm-hmm.
You choose the unit.
And then we're going to swapsies.
Mm-hmm.
I'll choose the bear.
Okay. I will choose the Dread Wraith. I
Okay.
do 1 to you, you do 4 to me. Okay.
I'm going to pass.
I'm also going to pass.
Weehaw. So the order is dice, unexhaust cards,
Yeah.
or unexhaust dice cards.
Man, I'm goating around here.
He's the goat. Oh man, got wolves for days. You gotta watch these people too. There's people out there. They'll change their dice when they move them over here. Sack.
That's not me.
All right, removing exhaustions. Recover. Draw some things. Do we discard now and then draw?
Yes.
Oof. Out of a sense of curiosity, what happens right now if I were to body invert a Dread Wraith?
He would die. DED dead.
DED dead.
Oh, yeah, I need to reroll this. Got spent.
Mm. clever trick. Huh. We were so close to greatness on this.
You're on the verge.
It's on the verge. Okay. You probably don't have ways to make things unblockable. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way you have things to make things unblockable. There's no way. All right, then. How about this? Summon a shadow spirit.
It's too much.
And then shifting mist. Kidnapped himself. Kidnapped yourself.
You said it yourself, too.
Some frogs. Getting froggy.
He's just flying around. Okay.
Not being able to attack your units is really fascinating.
The shield mage is balling.
Now, if I did, all right, let's attack with everything at your Phoenixborn, you have to match them up, basically.
So you can get 2 people by right now.
So you kill a bear, I kill a Dreadwraith, I kill a shield mage, you do nothing, and then you take 3. Is that what I should do?
It's close to that, yeah. You know.
Oh, man. Probably should, right? I don't know. Whenever I press the gas, I always feel like I make a huge mistake, so.
Well, it's my action, right?
Yeah. Back to you.
We're going to play a Crimson Bomber.
Good example, probably.
And
pretty good.
I'll meditate to a snake.
Got a battlefield, a big old battlefield of 5 here. What's that snake doing? What are you up to there?
Jay asking the question that everyone's been wondering. Why are there no birds here? Because we murdered them.
All right. Well, you call, I'll answer. Pay 3. Summon a Shadowhound. Do 1 to that bomber. Side action, frog that bomber. So he can just get right out of here.
All right. Frog that bomber.
Frog that bomber. And pull up, Scotty.
All right, cool. Let's meditate.
You're about done. Look at you. You're almost at the end.
We almost got to your win condition. Holy Knight, Lion, Angel, and a basic.
That shield mage has got to go. Oh my gosh.
So basically, like, you can swing with everything, but also, like, don't miss.
I know. I'm in the business of missing most of the time in Ashes. Therein lies the problem, man.
My dude.
My dude.
This is high level, really not. It's like level 3 of 10, probably, maneuvering of Ashes. But we're not on the first floor anymore.
Would you kill something? I guess I got to attack with it. I can't be mad about that.
Pretty sure when you're playing things, you don't want me to kill them, so you can actually use them. You just assumed I was going to kill them.
I can't attack your units.
That is what that does.
Why is this here? Why is this?
Why is Steven crying? He got shield maged. You got the frogs though, dude.
I can frog.
I mean, you spent your frog already though, so
So let's see. How much would I even do? That's the question. So if I frog here, and then everything dies if it blocks anything. So then you block. What are your biggest blocks? Probably. You probably Holy Knight, Shadow Hound, Dread Wraith does 4 to a bear. Shield Mage blocks anything. It blocks the biggest attack. You end up taking 5. Everything leaves the board.
the real thing is like, can I not lose if I block with just this thing? Because I have 8 damage here, which is enough to win.
That's the better point.
So if you go all in and
block
I can
the
block
bear.
1, then I would take
7, 8, 9, 10. You take 12.
that would knock me out.
Yeah.
So I need a better play
Mama said knock you.
than that. I mean, like,
Yeah, no, that's right. So then if you block a second unit, I still hit for 8. That's at 15. And what do you swing back for? What's your biggest swing back is? 4?
that's a 5 right now.
5? That's pretty wild. Interesting. So what do we do instead that makes this work? And you've still got the lion to go. Do you think attacking here is right?
I think the maneuvering of this turn is the entire game.
It's the entire game, isn't it?
We built to this second.
We built.
We built this city.
Oh, this is what you do.
What you do is
play body inversion, side action, and then summon Shadow Spirit there.
you can just body invert it.
Yeah. Now, instead of doing the summon Shadow Spirit, actually, since this is a side, I feel like the important thing to do. Interesting. It's probably. Let's do massive growth here.
How unfortunate.
So it's going to be a 7/5 Shadow Hound. No, it's got to be 2 or less on the attack value. Shadow Spirit, 6/5. Immune to spells, too. Watch yourself. Take care of that shield mage right here. Right now. Invert that shield. Who's laughing now? Ryushi with great words of advice. Did you read that already? Wise words from one of my magic friends. Math is for blockers, attack with everything.
That's so funny, actually.
Let God sort him out. Hope you can't do 1 to everything.
That would be good. Drop an old meteor.
This game has gotten so much better. It's aggravating. Am I the only one that gets aggravating when things are good? It gets aggravated.
I think that is you.
Like Sky Terror, it's just like, how is this just now happening?
Let's summon an emperor.
As you do.
We built this city.
Out of dice over there. No more divines, huh?
Yes.
Law of can't take damage.
Let me actually back this up. Nope, I can't. Dang it. Mistakes.
You don't have enough books back there.
Good to know.
You don't have any laws?
Well, I do. I just can't pay for them.
Oh, well, I don't know.
That last action didn't matter. It was when I used this basic that mattered. But now I know. There's the one that reduces the attack value of everything by 1.
Mm. Good.
-5.
Yours or mine? All of them.
All of them.
Everything.
And when they're attacking.
Okay.
Well, so I'll summon there, and
You can swap them out. I really don't care.
it's fine.
We're just doing this is an academic.
This is how I learn.
More than anything.
The value of my divine dice are high. Very
yeah,
high.
right. That's why I was like,
okay. Then yeah, that's smart. I'm gonna go ahead and charm that guy.
I don't think
Can
he
I
can be
can't do
targeted.
that?
Yeah. He's made of shadows. Charm that bear though.
But the shadow is better to charm. I'm good.
Charm those bears.
Your turn. Actually, you know what?
What?
You ain't good.
Not good.
Let's do better than this.
Go get an ally.
I'm gonna play Blood Chains.
You have to have an exhausted something or other?
No. Destroy a target unit I control to place an exhaustion token on a target unit. If the destroyed unit has 1 or more wound tokens on it, place 2 instead. Does that go away at the end of the round? Yeah, fleeting. He's still your biggie.
BP boy.
Sure. So I'm just gonna destroy here and put 2 exhaustion on this.
Okay. Give me just a second, please. Okay, hold on. I think we're good. Let me 10, 15. How much health you got over there?
11 left.
Okay, we're gonna copycat that.
Okay.
We're gonna destroy this shadow spirit. And we're gonna put one on ye old Holy Knight.
It can't be targeted by spells.
How about that one?
Can be.
It's just a reaction there. All right, me turn. All right, body inversion, shield mage, side action.
Ouch.
Yikes. And then there's no way you can pump this thing by like 4 or 5, right? With the charm die.
No way.
All right, swing with everything on your Phoenixborn.
I'll block one of your Shadowhound. Resolve strike by strike.
Not a bear? Bear means you don't lose. I do 10 instead of 11. It's just, but it's still not. Do you still have things?
Tricks.
Okay, you got tricks. All right, do we resolve them one at a time here?
You pick, yep.
All right. 4.
Redirect it to my lion.
Ah, no. Nice.
Okay. Sorry.
Let's go. Man, if I had a copycat again, how funny would that be? Redirected to Holy Knight? I don't know if I could even do that.
That's when you'd have to have your Phoenixborn taking damage. But yes, that would be annoying if it worked.
4 to your Phoenixborn.
You got it. We kill each other.
3 to that thing, yeah. And then 3 to your Phoenixborn.
Nice.
0 is 9. The body inversion is a side action. And then attacking is the main action. Summon Shadow Spirit.
Go ahead.
Whee!
Hit for 2 more. Pass. Then I lose.
Oh yeah, baby.
Nice.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
I've honestly, and I know that I feel jubilant because I won that game, and I thought that I was just getting plowed. But I've never been able to actually turn an Ashes game around like that.
You did.
I've never seen that happen.
There were like, look at that. That's cool. There were like,
what is that? Who is that? Leonardo DiCaprio? That
yeah.
meme that's going
Yeah,
around?
absolutely. There were like 3 or 4 moments where you wanted to do a thing, but you couldn't. But if you could, it would have been really good for me.
Not my most dangerous when I'm doing poorly.
It was very, like, there were, basically every turn there was a few things where it was just like, oh man, I want him to do that, but I prevented him from doing that, which is interesting. I feel like I definitely, that last turn was Razor's Edge. I felt like one of us was going to hit for 10.
Mm-hmm.
And it just depended on how it all went down. That card is the bane of my existence.
Oh, it's so good.
But it's cool because those. I feel like the cards that I'm drawn to are very powerful, and that is an answer to it.
Yep.
Every time, like.
Yep. Well, it is and it isn't, and because those 3/3s are just constantly now. What's really happening is these are the answer to the 3/3s.
Yeah.
Because they just sit there and it's like you want to play a 3/3, we'll just kill each other. These are the answer to the 3/3s. Because
And that's the answer to everything.
And that's
else.
the answer to everything else. So
yeah, but when you
Can't
didn't
hate
have
that.
one of those pieces, I'm fine.
mm-hmm.
But then as soon as you have all those pieces, I have nothing.
Yeah, it kind of locks together.
Yeah, I
at the
think
end.
I actually think I need to, at least if we're gonna keep playing against each other. Let me find
New decks.
then we'll get out of here. No, the updated version of Meteor.
Let's zoom out here.
I want to find it really quickly. If I
That
can.
was a top card gaming experience just then.
It was good. That's what I was saying. Is
I felt like we were playing Ashes really.
that last round, I think that's what people are really attracted to is like that like subtle maneuvering at the very end. That's where all the magic happens. Where? Well, can we pull up the new Meteor? I can't find the print, but I'll just read the card off the screen.
I'm finding that Victoria's the reroll 4 on both sides for a die. That's a lot to ask. I mean, that's like it's not the kind of ability you should plan on using every turn. Like only when you hit 2 or 3 power symbols on your opening roll, I think, is that a relevant ability.
I'm waiting for Meteor.
I think.
I mean, it's
Because
also
class symbols, it's 50% that it's the same. Deal 1 damage to all units, then deal damage to all units equal to the number of... Oh, Lion spent. Wow. So just a board clear.
well, it can be up to
Valor
3. But the main thing is that,
Valor more Meteor.
like I was saying, when we're playing, you have all these 1-hells that I can't target. So like that is literally spend.
It's the answer.
I just nuke. Yeah.
We're going to get to the point where these decks have like these toolboxy answers to everything, and then we're going to go to like a tournament that has an established meta and get wrecked because like nobody's playing. Like we're like, oh well, we have an answer for everything. And it's like, but you're not doing anything anymore.
I mean, interestingly,
My decks always get to that point.
I feel like though that there are currently 6 magic types, and there's only so many cards for each of those types. So like, I don't know that, as an example, illusion is not going to play so differently.
That's true.
You only have so many conjurations, so many things. So like the thing to me that I think, because of the first 5 and the way this game works, it's like you can have a lot of tools in your deck. Like you can have a lot of 1-ofs basically. And I know that if I'm playing against someone with illusion, body inversion exists. So like that's where like I may not even grab my whatever his name is, the Dreadwraith card in my opening hand. It's just a 1 spell that if I'm not playing against illusion, I'll go get it. If I am playing against illusion, forget about it. I got to get something else.
Oh, for the first 5, right?
Yeah.
100%.
So I think what happened is like this game. I mean, imagine if Netrunner had a first 5. So like the amount of knowledge.
Oh my gosh.
And in this game, it's like just understand. You even started seeing it. Where it's like, oh, you spent your ceremony. You can't do that thing to me.
Can't do the blood chains.
And so the
Has
more
blood
we
in the
figure it
name.
out, but that's why I'm excited to like tweak these decks because there's not new cards coming out for a while.
Yeah.
So we literally have these. We get to play against each other. And what I really want to do is have multiple decks built so that we're not just tweaking to the one thing like you were saying, so that we don't just get.
Yeah.
It's easy to just min max to that one
We've
thing.
done that many times in our lives.
Then you have an
haven't we?
awful deck.
I will say, so one thing that I recognized out of, so when you're looking at illusion, I think these are important cards. So there's 3 magic types, and I will bet you, because everything deals with exhaustion in its own way, that you start to look at the way that these things start to piece together. So like 2 shadows allows you to discard an exhausted unit. Change Psyche, which brings in the charm magic, allows you to put an exhaustion on or take an exhaustion off. Bear starts with an exhaustion. So like change Psyche in a deck that has both 2 shadows and Sleeping Bear, it's like you can surprise unexhaust the Sleeping Bear and then swing for 4. Or you can surprise remove one of their units from the table by exhausting them and then shadowsing them.
Yeah, like that would have been a really easy way to deal with Mage.
Yeah, like when there's such problematic like abilities on the table, this is an answer. So finding these like parallel synergies, and then it makes me want to say, well, what can I do if I can exhaust on command? What can Ceremonial do? Like Sleeping Bear could come in for 2, and then you could sacrifice it. It's exhausted. I think there's things that then make that happen. So like you start to see these little chains and trees of deck building that open up, which is just amazing.
And I think it's almost like in video games when you know how to like hit a combo.
Yeah.
I think there will very quickly be like, oh, when I'm playing these 2 together, these are the most synergistic cards between them. Not just like, oh, this Conjuration takes Ceremonial and Divine, but like these 2 cards go together no matter what. And I think the Phoenixborn matter less. They matter for deck building, but they actually matter less than I thought they did back in the day.
Yeah. It's just one ability and the access to things that you don't necessarily even have to play.
Yeah.
Now, Copycat just won the game that round. Copycat's incredible.
It is great. So was Odette's. It's just the pay 2 basic unexhaust something.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
did you play that game?
Yeah, I unexhausted once.
Shifting Mist, if you're in illusion at all, I think you have to play this card. Yeah. I just don't know how you get away from the value of literally 2 dice or whatever you want every game.
Side action.
Like side actioning into and then playing any card in your hand. Like how many times do you need to play this card right now and you can't? It's like, just go.
Not only do I think it's in pretty much every deck, I think it's in your first 5.
Yeah, I think it's got to be in my first 5.
You just default start with a change 2 around.
But then honestly, all right, let's get real though. We're smart pups. This is my deck that was left over. So like instead of playing Shifting Mist, I used it 3 times? That's 6 cards off the top. Would that have changed the game? These are the questions I guess we all have to ask ourselves, isn't it? It feels good when you use it, but when you think about, I could just be meditating.
I mean, meditating, because you have 1 card happening and 1 resource. Like,
but it only matters if I run out, right? That's how we think about things.
It should be. But I think it's going to depend on the match, right?
Well, if I get to games where I'm running out of my deck a lot, I just haven't seen that yet in this game.
Well, you're not going to see that against me.
No, probably not. Now, maybe it's the kind of thing where, like, if you're playing against a stallier deck, it's really important to not have to waste so many cards on meditating. I don't know. Like, that's the beautiful kind of round-the-clock thing that we're dealing with in Ashes.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Very interesting. Pretty cool stuff.
Well, I'm glad we have time on this one. I feel like I need a lot of time to digest this.
Yeah, we just started with 1 little deck.
Yeah.
And there's so many more to be done. Hey, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're curious about Ashes, there's an FAQ on our website. Go to blogs and videos and the browse content thing. You can check out all of the updates on Plaid Hat Games' website. It's a game from 2015. We're bringing it back through our PDP system, which is an exclusive special subscription that if we hit the sufficient numbers, Ashes will continue to be printed, continue to stay current, and we'll keep getting expansions every 3 months, $30 every 3 months. And you just keep getting new content, new Phoenixborn, new spells to go in the pre-built decks or just in any decks that you currently have. If you just want to jump in for now, you can either try to get some 1.0 stuff and grab the upgrade pack. You can get on the wait list for the Ashes Reborn core set. I believe that's currently live on the Plaid Hat website.
Yep, it's got the like red packaging.
And then also get the upgrade kit if you want to do that. Get the sub, get the upgrade kit, get the core set, and that gets you literally 30% of the card pool plus the core set. Probably 26% of the card pool because some of it is in that core set. Or if you want to wait, you can grab the Reborn core set and then wait until that upgrade pack has come through the sub. And then after that has happened, then you can sign up for the sub and get all the new stuff. There's a bunch of different ways to do it. It sounds way more confusing than it is. Check out the FAQ. There's a lot of good information there on both Plaid Hat Games and our website. And any questions? I see if you still have, you get an upgrade kit with the new cards. Yeah, Andy Reef asking, I'm so far behind the loop on this reboot. Is the original core set compatible? Andy, this is exactly what we're talking about. So if you have 1.0 cards, sign up for the subscription. You get an upgrade pack. Literally all the cards in 1.0 that are changing in the Reborn upgrade are in that kit. It's $30. And any of your 1.0 cards just get replaced with Reborn versions of those cards. And then you're fully caught up. So your collection is now ready to go for Reborn. You can buy new expansions, you can keep the subscription going, or you can stop there and just have an upgraded collection. It's that simple. So I honestly think if you just have the 1.0 core set, that upgrade pack is totally worth it.
Even if you're buying all the upgraded products, the amount of cards you're getting for that is crazy.
The value is nuts. And I imagine it's a lot of cards you're going to see in multiple decks. So like you might want multiple copies of them.
Super easy.
It's easy. It helps everything happen here with the reboot too. All right, so I'm going to get us out of here. I hope the shot looked good today. I heard some good comments, so I'll watch this back.
People seem like it was good.
Nervous.
Thanks for being here. I think we're back next week with Ashes on Wednesday still. So we'll see you then. Stay safe.
Take care.